Here we go.
You want to be like? Sensitivity equals fucking poverty.
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Check it out, homie.
Guys, welcome to episode 81 of Insensitive Culture. As always, you know me.
So what?
You know my guy over here.
And that fool blazer, Ramon.
On the other end is always. And together we are.
Insensitive culture, the podcast. Make sure you check it out, homie.
Make sure you check it out, homie.
Check it out.
We fuck with you if you fuck with us.
Check it out.
What's good, y'all?
No,
Coolest
chill.
nerds
good,
you
yo.
know.
Chill.
The coolest nerd you know.
We can
yeah.
run with that. I like that.
No. We're not as much nerds as we like to think of ourselves as. We're more casuals.
Yeah, casual.
The
nerds.
rest of the crew, the DFAT crew, I think would fall more under the nerds. But we are nerdy enough to be having conversations.
I didn't even know who Emma Roberts was, so apparently I don't qualify as a film nerd.
Yeah.
we are more of the film-esque nerds. Like I think it was Donald when he came in. He was looking at the directors on the Funkos that I have. He was like, Guillermo del Toro. I'm like, bro, you don't know who Guillermo del Toro is?
Wow.
He's like, nah, who is that? And I explained it. He was like, oh, wow, y'all really do know your shit. I was like, I guess so.
I guess, yeah.
I mean, you don't know Pan's Labyrinth?
Right.
Hellboy? Nothing?
Nothing.
All right, cool.
Fuck with Hellboy.
That's why I label us as nerds, because most people don't talk about this shit, and we are nerds to them, for sure.
I can see that. That makes sense.
Yeah. I don't use that in a derogatory sense ever.
Nah.
I feel like everybody's nerdy about something.
Everybody is nerdy about something. You just can't call everybody a nerd.
Yeah.
They get upset.
Right.
You get upset with just call me a
Because
nerd.
like in the 80s, that was like, oh, you got called a nerd? Fuck,
Right.
dude.
Yeah.
Shit was serious. You
Revenge
gotta
of the
fight
Nerds.
now.
You remember that shit?
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
That was the shit.
Doesn't really hold
man.
up that well, but
No.
it was a funny movie for its time.
Yeah,
Man, I haven't seen those in a while either.
I haven't seen those. I probably
It's been
would
a
never
minute.
watch that
Yeah.
in a long time.
Try
I don't.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a
Lambda.
re-watching kind of guy. Like, there are certain movies I can watch over and over again, but I'm not just gonna out of nostalgia, unless I had cable.
Yeah, I was just
And it
gonna
came
say.
on.
I was just gonna say that's.
I would watch it. I would sit there and be like, "Oh, this is dope. It's already playing."
Yeah.
I'll leave it there. But when I'm searching through the streaming services, I'm not really looking for movies that I actually would sit there and watch, like Lost Boys, or like those really, really old movies like Goonies. I love Goonies. It's a great movie. Still probably would pass it by. Stand By Me. I think I've watched that recently.
Yeah.
Probably, at least within the last year. Because it's a great movie to me. It's one of
They've
those
been playing Back to the Futures a lot.
Back to the Future.
Like on a marathon, they'll go 1, 2, 3, and then they'll start over again. One like AMC does that shit, dude.
Back to the Future is
I
one of
watch it.
those that I really enjoy watching.
Mhm.
But again, with streaming services, I find myself still not stopping there and hitting it.
Yeah,
Right.
I
because you know it's there. You're taking advantage of the fact that you know it'll probably be there. But when it's on cable, it's like, oh, this is gonna end in like an hour and a half, so I better finish this if I want
Right.
to watch it.
Right.
Yeah.
Or it's already playing. Like, it's already here. It's already running.
Yeah.
So let me just leave it here
Might
and
as
enjoy
well.
it. Yeah, exactly. I think that's really what it is.
It's just the commercials, really. That's really all you have to contend with, like on cable. Like,
yeah.
But I found I've sort of grown to love commercials because, like,
They have their place.
if I watch a show on Netflix with Ash, we've been watching New Girl. I told you guys that. There's really not any phone breaks.
No,
Like I can't really pull them because she'll yell at me if I'm on my phone while we're
Mhm.
watching our show.
Mhm.
But like on Hulu, I have the Hulu with commercials. I get that 90 seconds every so often to just flip through the group chat, see what's popping. We go on Instagram.
The only thing I hate about Hulu, because I have the same thing, is it's the same fucking commercials.
But I'm not even. I don't care. Like I'm not even. Like I'm in my
You're
phone
not
like,
even
literally
paying
until that goes to 1 and then it comes back on. She'll be like, "Babe, it's back on," and I'll be like, "I'll put my phone down." Like I sort of when I'm watching New Girl, I really wonder what the guys are talking about in the chat. Like I'll look at my watch and she'll like fucking elbow me like, pay attention.
See, that's you guys are crazy with that. Like everything
Maybe
that
you should just put your phone away and pay attention to the fucking show.
I try, but then I think about it, and then I check
gets-
my watch.
yeah,
I got
he
my
gets the
watch on, dude,
notifications
and I
on
gotta
the
check the
watch.
watch. You guys are already
Maybe
like
you
on
should,
do not disturb,
you know,
but I see
yeah.
the numbers. I'm like, oh, there's like 7 there, so they're popping off right now. Like I still know.
I
can
disconnected.
feel it. I can feel it when something's going on in the chat. Like the arm hair just like sticks up.
Yeah, I disconnected, and I don't know. I think
I just don't. You know what? You know, there's a home theater version, right? Or there's a theater mode as well, right?
Really?
I did not know that.
So when you swipe up from and you go into the control center, there's like it looks like 2 masks.
Oh, the 2 faces. Oh, is
Yeah.
that what that is? What is that?
What that is?
So what that does is you still have to turn do not disturb mode on first, and then when you hit the 2 face masks, it doesn't ever light up the screen. So you have to physically tap the screen to make it wake up, and then see that
Dude.
there's notifications or whatever.
I could have used that when we saw Shang-Chi. Like, I had to turn my watch off because it just kept lighting up, and I kept looking down at it, dude. I was like, fuck,
That's
dude.
what
Like,
it's
I
for.
just,
It's to prevent you from
Dude.
being distracted by
That's
having
clutch.
the
Now you
shit
know.
turn on.
you're back on the show, Johnny. You just redeemed yourself for that Emma Roberts thing.
We're all,
you.
and then we came full circle with we're all nerdy about something.
We're all nerdy. Yeah.
We're all nerdy about something. All right, guys. So you let's jump into some questions, man. We have a couple questions. Some that might actually
Question time.
might actually have like you have to think about it a little bit.
Oh, we got some
But
thinkers.
we have one that you don't really have to think about at all like that. So would you rather be sticky all the time or itchy all the time?
Sticky
Right?
like sweaty sticky or sticky like honey sticky?
I would have to say like sweaty sticky like that. Ugh.
Or
Can other
itchy?
people feel it? Like, if they touched me, or they're like, dude, you're fucking
Those are terrible.
clammy and sweaty and sticky.
Maybe. I mean, yeah. I would have to say if
Is
you
it just,
feel that way.
am I imagining it? Like,
Think
it's
about
just
it,
I
too,
feel
like,
it, or
if-
am I actually sweaty and sticky and
You
gross?
are sticky and sweaty, like
and no matter
gross.
what, like, I get out of the shower and I'm still just
yeah,
sticky.
it's
as
sticky
oh.
all the time
I would
or
say-
itchy
I
all
would,
the time.
I would have to go itchy. I feel like
Really?
I think so. Yeah.
All right, I need to throw this in there too.
Itching
remember,
feels good though too. Like when you scratch it, you're like,
remember that this also includes your ball sack.
itching my ball sack.
Like your ball sack
Is
would
this
just be itchy
24/7? Because this is no way to live
all
either
the
way.
time.
Yeah.
All the time. You have to pick one.
I mean, I guess itchy still.
Really?
Yeah. Hopefully my body would like grow to deal with it, and I wouldn't have to constantly scratch like a crackhead. But I just can't be like. Imagine you're getting married and you're just fucking drenched. You're standing at the altar just like pouring, or just like right now, just profusely sweating all over the table, dude. Like it's gross.
I would go with sticky.
Okay.
I'd rather be sticky all the time because it's going to be uncomfortable and you're going to be like, you know what I mean? Like you just have that, I didn't shower, that fresh feeling. You know what I mean? Like that's what I imagine when I feel like sticky, not necessarily like I'm adhering to like, you know what I
Sure,
mean? Like
sure.
everything. I feel like I haven't showered, you know, in like a day, and now I feel like uncomfortable. I'd rather have that feeling than to be itchy all the time. I'm thinking more so about my ball sack, man. I don't want my ball sack to be all itchy
don't
all
wanna
the damn
scratch your
time
balls all the
either.
time.
But you
Yeah,
don't
like
want
I
it to
could
be-
scratch all this shit, but it's like that right there. Like you could be itchy anywhere, but when your balls itch, bro, or your taint, like you like you're just like moving, you're doing all these crazy walks. Like I don't want.
What
that.
about when
I
you're
don't want
trying
that.
to smash, dog? Your girl don't want to go down on some sweaty ass.
She wanna go on
sticky
some
ass
itchy
balls
shit?
all the time. She don't. It's not itchy for her. She doesn't fucking matter.
Can
as
you
long as they're-
concentrate?
I'll
Can
be-
you concentrate?
I will
Yeah,
make
you
do.
can. You can.
I will make
You can
do.
concentrate with an itch
Hell
going
yeah.
on in your
when you're
fucking taint.
when you're about to fuck. You just you don't even know what the fuck's going on.
I don't know, bro. I've yeah, it sucks. Like
I'm
It's-
sorry, I can't be sweaty and smelly and sticky
They
all
both
the time.
suck.
they both.
Yeah, there's
they both
not a
suck.
good answer, but which could you tolerate more? I personally could. I feel like I could tolerate the itching. I've had chicken
Really?
pox before. It was good. I'm still here.
I can't, dude. I get mosquito bites
I'm itching right
Like-
now just talking about it.
Exactly. I get mosquito bites like on like my ankles and shit, and they just keep resurfacing because I can't stop from scratching it. Like
Right.
I can't block that shit out of my mind.
You scratch
sense.
the X on it. That's what
what-
I heard.
that's what
That's
you
what
do?
I heard.
Scratch the X
you
on it?
Scratch an X on it, and that makes it stop.
Yeah,
you know?
that makes total sense,
give it a
bro.
shot.
Sounds familiar, like to that mosquito Delito machine that I have. Did you try that when you were
right.
at the lake house?
I didn't. I wanted to try it, but everybody else is like, "Oh, what
Yeah.
the hell?"
It's
was it?
basically just like it almost burns your skin. Like it's just a really small device, and it has like a really small circular thing at the end of it. And when you turn it on, you're supposed to put it on top of the mosquito bite, and it just gets really, really hot, and then it stops. And it's like right before you're like, holy shit, like that burned. But it doesn't leave a mark or anything. And you're like, oh my God, I think that burned. But what it does, it sounds to be very similar to the scratch and X on top, is it just tricks your nerves into thinking about a different pain
see?
and a different
science
thing.
behind
And
it.
so it just, 10 minutes later, you'll start itching again. But for a while, it relieves the mental sensation of having an itch.
That makes sense to me. That makes total sense to me. How does scratching an X?
And it could be any fucking
that.
shape. Just the fact that you're scratching it, you're giving it
Yeah,
external stimuli that is taking your mind off the
stimulating
fact that
different
it's
nerves versus
Right.
the nerves that are feeling the itch or whatever.
Okay.
I don't know.
Sure.
I've
No, that
never
sounded
heard
good.
of
I like
that.
that.
I'm trying to give Dave a little credence
My
here.
man.
but-
I feel you. I feel you.
They're close. They're close.
I
It's the same
like
principle.
that you guys are doing
It's the
that.
same principle.
I understand. Like,
Yeah.
I feel like I'm getting burned. That is, remove, like that's taking that sensation off of, my mind off of that. Scratching an X
Gotta
over
be-
it.
You're focusing
ma-
on the X too much. It's not the shape of the
It's
scratch. It's the fact that you're scratching it. You could do a fucking Z, a fucking.
Me scratching it
a
is what's
dick on it. You could do
causing it
whatever.
to continue to itch.
It's got to. We got to put a little pain on it, a little pressure, a little pressure.
All right.
You take your sweaty balls and get the fuck out.
I
of here.
mean, I would take those sweaty balls over itchy balls any day.
Johnny, did you pick? Did you pick? What did you go with?
No, I'm good. I think I'm gonna have to slide with Dave on this, only because one, I despise being sticky, and I used to and I love being like standing in the sun. I love the heat and all that shit.
Yeah.
I totally prefer warm weather and humid weather over dry, cold weather. But I've also been like in super duper high heat, like in those quote unquote dry heats, right? Like in Phoenix and shit, where it's 112 degrees at 10 o'clock at night. I mean, you're still hot as fuck. And you can be sticky in that weather. Even though they say it's dry, you don't get sticky. Fuck out of here. You're sweating, you're sticky.
Sure.
Yeah,
And
you sweat, you stick.
I have eczema, so like I'm used to being itchy all the time anyway. Like there's no big deal. I'm always scratching myself. I do what I prefer, not having it, absolutely. And I know when you my sister-in-law used to have some really bad eczema, and when you scratch yourself too much, like you end up breaking skin. And that's happened to me too, especially in the combination, like in the summer when I have itchy and humid, and like let's say like behind my knees, that shit'll get ridiculously itchy, and I'll scratch the shit out of that, open up sores, you know what I mean, and just continue. It just makes it even more itchier, and you're just opening it up even further. But I still prefer that because I can sleep through that. Eventually, sometimes you scratch yourself in the middle of the night, don't even notice. My
Wake
girl
up.
told me she'd seen me like scratching myself while I'm sleeping. But it's still easier for me to fall asleep than it is. And I've playing baseball and just a few sports in general. Also, like anytime I go for some reason to the ocean, like I end up getting jock itch. So basically itchy ass balls. And yeah, that shit sucks as well. Just
Well,
sitting
baby
there
powder.
at freaking night scratching the shit out of your balls.
Scratching your balls.
And your taint, and you're like, what the fuck? Go away. It does suck. But to answer your question, can you fuck when you have itchy balls? Abso-fucking-lutely.
You heard it.
You can fuck when you're sticky too.
You sure can.
You sure
You
not
sure can.
pleasant for her, but you can definitely
You got to
do
make
it.
sure she's sticky too.
Yeah. Just don't pass that fungus along, fellas. Don't pass that fungus along.
Nah, there's no fungus. There's no none of that. You're just sticky and itchy for no apparent reason.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah. I hate being itchy. Don't get me wrong, but
Yeah, I
I think
can't
I would
stand that
find
shit.
it more uncomfortable to be sticky.
yeah,
Same.
I feel you. Okay,
Yeah.
I got you. I just feel like, man, if I am itchy, it'd be nice if it was just like floating, where like certain areas are just itchy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like you're itchy all the time,
But that
the
happens.
spot
That's
is chasing.
natural.
That is natural.
You're always chasing the itch, man. You itch one spot, and then all of a sudden the
it
itch is
just
your
moves
elbow,
over.
and
Especially
then
when you're
you
about
jump
to
and
fall
you
asleep.
Yeah.
You're about to fall asleep and you're comfy and you got to like itch your face or something. You
Yeah.
got like an itch on your nose and you're all snuggly under the blanket and you're like, fuck, I don't want to itch this shit. And then you do and you can't get back to the same comfy fucking spot again.
That's the worst.
That is the worst.
It's just being
Fuck
being itchy in public with an itchy ball sack or taint, and you're
that's
just
tough.
like,
That's
that's
tough.
where you're like thinking about the movement that you
You
are
got your
going
hands
to
in your
make.
pocket. You look like you're doing pocket pool.
Yeah, that's when it gets bad. That's when it gets bad. But before it gets bad, you're taking that extra long step, hoping that it would
Yeah.
scratch that itch. Just like
That's what happens when your balls stick sometimes, just to peel
I
them.
was just
Take
gonna
the
say,
wide
you
step,
might
bro.
end up
Because if
with-
you're
you're gonna be
sticky, you're going to
sticky
be
all the time.
he's going to be
you're gonna
taking
be
some
itchy
wide ass
too.
steps, walking with them like, oh, my balls just keep sticking.
all of it is bad
Word.
news, man.
Yeah, there's no upside
horror-
here.
No, there.
No,
that,
no,
yeah,
no, no.
Was that
Either
one
one is
question? You're like, would you rather have $10,000 or punch your best friend in the face? And I was like, is this really a question? There was some softball
yeah,
ass
yeah,
question.
it was crazy like that. No, that was always one-sided. I got that off the internet. I remember what you're talking. I can't remember
I
what
don't
it
remember
was.
the question, but it was
I just
like,
remember it was
that's
just
not
like,
even a
really?
choice.
Like,
I guess I'll take the $10,000 then.
No, I'd punch the shit out of my friend.
No, it's either or.
No, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
You do that too.
Oh,
$10,000,
man.
you could punch me.
Yo, so another question, right? So Dave and I came across this Instagram meme where it was just like one person has to disappear. I forgot who it was. It was
Will Ferrell,
It was Will Ferrell,
Seth Rogen.
Okay, Seth Rogen, Jack Black, and
Steve
Steve Carell. And we were talking about it, and I think we even included my brother Danny on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so what it really came down to was Steve Carell or Jack Black had to go.
Which one of them?
Which one of them had to go, and that's where it ended up. So my next question is if one of them had to disappear off the planet of the Earth with everything that all their work, who would you rather have disappear, Steve Carell or Jack Black? Because it really came down to those two.
Jack Black.
That was my choice. Yeah.
I can't lose The Office.
I thought your choice was Carell.
No. My choice was Steve Carell.
His choice was Steve Carell, dog. My
you're
choice
right,
was Jack. I changed it though. At first glance, I was like Carell, and then I was like, no. I thought of all the stuff that Carell was doing.
You're correct. You're right. So I was thinking this way, right? So I went with Steve Carell, and let me tell you that it was a toss up because it was a tough decision, right? So
I'm
with
itchy now.
So with the reason why I said
Can't lose
Steve
that
Carell,
kangaroo Jack.
no, I mean he had some crazy stuff, but it was more of a comedy based question, right? Like with these comedians, which would you rather go? And for me, Steve Carell had 40-Year-Old Virgin, which is one of my favorite movies. He was a part of Anchorman, which really fell under Will Ferrell, so that wouldn't have disappeared.
Yeah.
But his role probably would have gone to someone else. No
sweet
brick. Or someone else would have been that, which might have changed it. But other than that, it's like Steve Carell, and he has The Office, obviously, which The Office is amazing. It's hilarious. Other than that, like his movie catalog isn't crazy to me. It's a lot of rom-coms. It's a lot of sad, like the more
He's got some range.
he does have range, and I love him for that. However, in a comedic standpoint, I chose him because although he's great, he doesn't really have that crazy of a catalog, and The Office is probably the best that he has for him in that catalog. To where Jack Black,
But it's like
it's huge. It is huge.
You're right.
It's huge.
He's like,
yeah.
it's just
So
The Office,
big.
just this Emmy-winning 20-year.
The Office is like the best thing. You got no big deal.
Like James Gandolfini just had The Sopranos. It's not a big. It's whatever. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not a fan of.
That's right.
You
That's
are-
a good call.
yeah.
That's a good comparison. James Gandolfini had nothing.
Yeah, but he
other
did
than
some
The
decent
Sopranos.
movies. He did some
Nothing
decent
big,
movies.
though.
But,
He did.
Right.
But nothing big.
Exactly.
Yeah. To where for me, with
I
Jack
love
Black.
Jack Black. But
Well, the biggest things that I have for Jack Black too, not his work isn't like stellar. It's not like crazy, but my favorites are like Tenacious D and The Pick of Destiny. That's like one of my go-to comedies, and I was basing it all on comedies, right? Tropic Thunder was fucking hilarious. Is definitely one up there. What was the other one that I was thinking
watch
of?
that one
Saving Silverman was one
Saving
that you
Silverman
mentioned. Saving
was
Silverman.
another hilarious ass movie to me.
And
he was on
Tenacious D, the Tenacious D,
That's what I said.
You said that.
Pick of Destiny.
Pick
yeah.
of Destiny. But even like the music, like I love.
Oh yeah,
I really
Just
enjoy
their
that.
music.
general,
I love
Tenacious D was
Tenacious
funny.
D.
Yeah.
And not only that, but even in social media, Nacho Libre, I fuck with Nacho Libre.
Mm-hmm.
Like he just has more comedic roles that are great for just that. He did like I won't include it, but what was the Jumanji? Like I liked him in the
Jumanji,
newer
yeah.
Jumanji. He has
Also
more
did King Kong.
Envy.
Envy, yeah.
Was another
Envy
one
was
that
good.
I really
I
enjoyed.
love that movie. Absolutely.
And it has a ridiculously low
Rotten Tomatoes score, yeah.
Really?
It's like
yeah.
it's like 7% or something.
That's the one with the
crazy.
poo gone, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I fucking love that.
Yeah,
movie's
it's
so good.
hilarious.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that is actually his lowest Rotten Tomatoes score.
But nothing you have said yet surpasses The Office.
So you're basing it all 100% on The
I
Office.
I mean, I think
It's-
90% of it is The Office. Yeah.
99% of it is The Office. Like
And
like
the
you
incredible
mentioned
Burt
other few-
Wonderstone.
The other few Steve Carell movies that he's been in were, they were funny. And even 40-Year-Old Virgin, which is probably the funniest of all the movies
Definitely.
that he starred in.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's still like, it's funny. Dinner with Schmucks, it's funny, but
Date night.
it's really about The Office to me. And if
Date
The
Night was
Office,
good. Date Night was good.
U.S. version, by the way, obviously.
Yeah.
If The Office was
nobody talks about the other
removed
version.
from history, I would feel an emptiness in my soul. That's
the
how
whole
much
Office
I
would be
watch.
like the last few seasons without Steve
and
Carell,
that was-
and that's no Office at all, dude. That's
Yeah,
nothing.
it was pretty weak. I'll tell you, I've seen all of it like multiple times. It took maybe 15 viewings before we finally saw the last episode, like the final episode, because we just refused to watch it, and especially Joyce was just kind of like, if I watch it, then that means it's really
It's over. Yeah.
And so we would just watch up until the second last episode and then just start the whole shit all over again.
Damn.
And you know
See,
me, I don't
and-
like rewatching shit. And it's one of the few shows that I don't have a problem rewatching.
yeah.
I don't go back and rewatch The
Yeah.
Office.
I don't. Well, I do. Well, not me. My wife does. I don't do it. I don't seek it out, is what I mean to say. I don't ever seek it out just because I don't like rewatching shit. But when that shit is playing, I can't walk away from it. Like I'll sit and I'll watch at least till the next 4 or 5 jokes drop, and then I'm like, all right, I gotta go. I gotta move. But yeah, it's one of those. It's too much a part of my fabric.
I feel you. See, I was thinking more of catalog, but I guess I understand. I understand the love, and again, I'm not saying that by any means I feel like Jack Black is better than Steve Carell, but it was a very close thing where I actually said Steve Carell, like, or Jack Black could go first, and then I had to think about it, and I was like, no, Steve. It was like that.
Yeah.
We
that close
both
to where I had to think about it.
because I said Steve Carell first, and he said Jack Black, and then we both like. The more I thought about Steve Carell and his catalog and The Office, obviously, I was like, yeah, no, I can't do without like the 40-year-old virgin, dude. Like that was my
but I understand because even like his smaller roles in like Bruce Almighty, that kind of like broke him.
Evan Baxter
He
and
did
the
Evan
Daily Show.
Almighty.
The Daily Show, dude. He was a
Yeah,
very
he was on
funny
Daily Show,
correspondent
yeah.
on the Daily Show, dude.
Yeah.
And I think that was what was like the final. Yeah, no, Steve Carell can't.
See,
can't
I'm looking
go,
at
dude.
Jack Black, right? And
It's all
I'm
earlier
looking
Jack Black
at
that I'm
what-
liking.
agreed, but I'm still now I'm looking, okay, what are the movies that he was the main star in? Because he does have a huge
Right.
like you said, you mentioned like Tropic Thunder, right?
Yeah.
And he was like a
School
small
of Rock
character and
can
Anchorman.
Yeah,
fuck
School
right
of
on
Rock,
though.
School
But
of
like a
Rock.
lot
I
of
wasn't a fan of School of Rock.
I like
though.
School of Rock.
I can I could Tropic Thunder's a great movie. If he was replaced with a different character, it would still be a great movie.
Right.
And I
He
don't
was
know that I
Josh
would miss.
Gad.
A
If he was
different
Josh
actor, you mean?
Gad in that movie, that would be fine with me.
Probably. I mean, I'm not comparing Jack Black and Josh Gad. I don't think that they're anywhere on the same levels.
Or not, but Josh
it
Gad
would
is funny, dude.
probably,
Josh Gad
he
is funny.
is in a totally different way. I just, I don't think you could replace Steve Carell in 40-year-old version or in The Office and have nearly as great of an experience. And the show and the movies that Jack Black was the main star, obviously Tenacious D. I would be remiss if that didn't exist. But other than that, what Nacho Libre? Like what other movie was he like the main dude?
Yeah, Nacho Libre. That's it. King Kong.
Yeah.
Shallow Hal.
Shallow
Hal. That was a good one,
Yeah,
though.
that was very
But that's
funny.
a
No,
little-
I
that was a
love
good
it. I
one.
love
It's
Shallow Hal.
slapsticky.
Yeah,
It was funny.
Yeah,
It
it was great.
Definitely funny at the time. It was hilarious at the time. I don't know
Oh,
how much
yeah.
it
Yeah.
holds up.
Oh yeah.
Probably canceled now. You can't
Yeah.
do that shit
Yeah,
now.
you're right. You definitely can.
Oh man.
You see, he got notifications on his watch. And
Yeah.
he's distracted.
Put that shit on theater mode, bro. He just taught you about it and you still haven't learned. Yeah, I mean, I'm definitely in the minority here when it comes to that because when we asked Danny too, he was like, "Yeah, I could do without Jack Black."
Like pretty quickly too. He didn't even really like. I asked you and you told me like 2 minutes later. You're like, "Oh yeah, he said Jack Black." So he didn't really put any thought into it. He's just like,
No.
"Yeah, Jack Black."
He's like, no, his actual response was, "Yeah, I could do without. I could do without Jack Black. I could care less about School of Rock."
Oh, yeah.
I was like, yeah, personally, I could care
it's
less.
a kids movie.
I can care less about School of Rock too. It wasn't one of my favorites.
No, definitely not.
Hey man, one movie we haven't mentioned on Jack Black's catalog. Johnny, you may not know it because you're not nerdy enough, but I know that you know it. Airborne. You remember
The
Airborne?
rollerblading.
Yeah,
movie.
the
hell yeah, I
rollerblading
remember
movie.
The rollerblading movie.
Yeah, he was Jack Black. See,
I don't remember him in that, but I remember the kid.
He was Augie. He was like one of the dudes that he specifically said, like, he was like, when he called him bruh, he was like, there he goes again. He called me a fucking piece of underwear.
Maybe I do
This
vaguely,
was
dude.
like
vaguely.
early Jack Black, but it was it was
92, 93,
93.
like that was like, yeah.
93. This was
he
a
looks super
straight
young.
to it was like a B movie. A
Yeah.
movie that you would watch.
Do you remember Jack Black in The Jackal?
The Jackal. I
The
remember
Jackal,
the
Bruce
Jackal,
Willis
yeah.
and Richard Gere, they were like hitmen.
Yeah,
And like Jack Black, he like built a gun for somebody and they fucking shot him all the shit, dude. It was, he was like a short little like cameo in that.
Those
but
are-
it was funny. It was memorable. Like that
Those
sticks
were
out to me.
movies that where his role was like memorable, and then when he got famous, we looked back. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Right,
That's how that Airborne movie was for me. It was both him and Seth Green.
Seth Green. I think I
Yeah,
remember
'cause Seth Green was also like the comic relief cousin in that movie. It was a movie about fucking rollerblading, bro. The
I
brother
just
from
seen the poster for it.
the movie, the brother from Selena that,
Looks like
that
a
ended up
Disney
being
movie.
the little Mexican dude from Next Friday. He was
Oh my god.
he was like the fucking hardcore Mexican gang member that nobody fucked with
Oh good.
because it was all about white kids. It was a great time. Mad
I need a
old.
rewatch. Maybe we get that on the Plex.
Yeah, right. Put Airborne on.
Put
there.
Airborne.
I'll rewatch it. I kind
Airborne
of
and
remember.
Big
I
Bullet.
kind of remember everything. It was a pretty funny movie.
Damn, you do really remember it.
Yeah.
I do. It was a movie that I watched a lot when it would come on cable.
Did you get rollerblades?
I did not know.
Mm.
I was a fat kid, and also my father, his way of teaching you how to do anything was throwing you. So I remember trying to learn how to rollerblade or roller skate, and he threw me into the rink, and then that was just like,
Yeah.
yeah, I'm not.
Not doing
Right
that
on the
again.
deep end.
No,
Right
I'm
into
not
the
doing
deep end.
anything that involves me using any kind of balance and sliding or gliding in anything. Nah, I'm good on that.
That's fair.
I don't
No
like
ice
it. I
skating,
don't
no
like it.
skateboarding,
Nope.
no riding a bike.
I've tried all of it. Riding a bike is fine.
It's like I got that.
Yeah. That's cool. But like skiing,
No skiing.
snowboarding,
Yeah.
those aren't things that you're gonna talk me into. Especially now, man. I'm too old to be learning now. Like now, shit'll break like real easy.
A hip, and then you die within
Yeah.
a year because that's
Oh,
how that
shit.
goes. Yeah. You don't want to break a hip.
You break a hip and you die within
That's
a
what
year.
they say. Old people. They
Old
break a
people,
hip
yeah.
like,
I mean,
yeah,
that's
like,
old people.
I mean, you're what, 37, 38?
Yeah. I'm
So
turning.
you can
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm pretty fucking
Damn.
old.
Damn.
No, but that's a real thing with old people. They like 2 out of 3 like break a hip, you die within a year. Like it's
That's
crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I can't.
I mean, they
remember.
can't take.
There's a
They
scientific
can't take
reason
on a
behind
lot
that,
of shit.
Yeah.
They can't take on any kind of injury at that age.
Mm-mm.
Then you're done
It's
for.
not good. It's not good.
No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, but by the time this airs, my birthday would be tomorrow. So I'm turning 38 this week.
Oh, watch those hips, dog. I'm gonna get you a girdle for your birthday with the football pad hips.
Yeah, I'm telling you right now, bro. My hips already aren't great.
That's what I'm
They're
saying.
already not
That's
great.
what I'm saying. It's not
Those
good.
hips don't lie.
Those hips don't lie. Get the fuck out of here. Oh, that was horrible. Oh man. All right. So actually let's get on to some world news. But yeah, I honestly wanted to start this off by just saying, man, rest in peace to Michael K. Williams, who was found passed away in his apartment, man, in New York City,
Yeah.
man. That one was a tough one, man, to see that, because we were just happy as hell because you within the last year, right?
Yeah.
It was
within
during
the last
COVID that you actually
5
saw
months.
him. You saw him standing outside of a store and shit. We were talking about it like,
He was
yo,
like, was he getting his picture taken or something? He had like
Yeah,
some
it was
nice
like a
gear
photo
on.
shoot
He
in
was
Harlem.
looking sharp, dude.
yeah, man, and the outpouring of sympathy from everybody. Like
Everybody,
everyone is
dude,
just saying
yeah.
like he was such a good dude. Like outside of everything that he did, obviously he's like a legend. He's done a lot of great work. Most people know him as from The Wire.
Omar, yeah.
Yep, he was
Omar.
Omar in The Wire. And I remember him because I didn't really get through The Wire, but I remember that he was Omar in The Wire. Him and Idris Elba
Mm-hmm. Also
really,
in The Wire,
really,
yeah.
really blew up from that. And
Yeah.
I remember him more as Chalky White,
Yeah. Boardwalk.
Boardwalk Empire.
right.
That was my show. So this definitely was a sad one, and of course with the rumors
Montrose.
going around.
He was Montrose Freeman and
Yep.
Lovecraft Country.
That's true. I forgot about that. See, I got to rewatch Lovecraft, man. That was such a good show. Such a great show. We don't have to get into like the rumors and stuff that, surrounding his death and everything, but a lot of stuff is going around. as to the cause of death, and it's just sad, man.
Yeah, you know,
It's really sad.
people battle demons, man, and
We have no idea.
yeah, people be looking like they happy, and they really got a lot of shit going on, and they don't know how else to deal with it, especially when they're already, you know, he's publicly spoken about his issues for
Past
years.
addictions.
Yeah, so it's terribly unfortunate. Reach out to those that you love and let them know that they are loved.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we that video
And fuck 50
that I
Cent.
shared with you, and
Yeah.
fuck 50 Cent, because I mean it's very 50 Cent.
Totally.
Man. He doesn't he
And apparently
everything
they
he
had
does.
beef.
There's like, did they?
Yeah, apparently there was some
Oh.
past like weird beef between them because of some like people that they both knew from the hood that did each other dirty, and so it was like, you know, like my boy don't fuck with you, your boy don't fuck with me, so like I don't fuck with you either. Some bullshit like that. It seemed like real sus, like small time petty shit, but
Yeah.
no reason to fucking do what he did. If y'all don't know what we're talking
I mean,
about,
that's what he
50
does.
Fucking,
That's what
you
he
know,
does.
says some. Michael K. Williams died, and he like retweeted or posted on Instagram a screenshot of the passing of the news story, and then like had to mention his show. So basically, he plugged his show. Right? He said something like, "If y'all haven't watched Raising Cain, y'all should." Because fentanyl kills the clientele or whatever like that, right? So first off, you don't know what the fuck happened with Michael K. Williams.
Yeah.
Specifically, you shouldn't be commenting on that. Second off, you fucking plug in your show by talking about Raising Cain. And third, he put hashtag Branson Cognac in it. Fuck that dude, man.
Damn.
He does that on literally every post, and now so here's the thing, right? And I don't want to make it about 50 Cent, but so what he does is he takes what he makes that controversy work for him, and that's been his entire career.
Yeah, but at some point,
So now
like, you
people are-
can't
now
keep
people are
rewarding
talking
people
about
for
him.
their. You can't reward people for their idiocy.
I feel you on that 1,000%, but that's what his entire his whole career is based on, him saying some wild ass shit, making the news for some negative stuff,
Just trolling.
right? Just because his name is out there now, right? He's just trolling to get that out there. It blows over, and then everybody just
Like,
chalks it up to
that's
50 Cent as being 50 Cent is 50
I guess,
Cent.
but it's not going to make me spend more money on his cognac
No,
or
no.
watch it.
I don't
Like,
buy none of
really
his
hate
shit.
his show. Like, I'm not a fan of any of those power shows.
I'm not
No.
either. I didn't
It's
even.
just
I tried
corny
the
as
first
fuck.
one.
They all look the same, bro. Like some CW type shit.
Yeah.
It is.
It
That's
is.
why I said this
Yeah.
shit is corny as fuck, man. I seen like the
Yeah.
first maybe 2 seasons of Power, and it was mostly because your brother, Ali's brother, came through and got me fucking. Well, he was like, it was like a rainy day, and this was back when I lived like in Manhattan and shit. So it was a rainy day. They ended up like, oh, we're watching the show. Y'all should watch it too. And they just like started watching it. So I don't even think I saw the first season. I think I just started on like in the middle of season 2, whenever they were. Seen like
Yeah.
8 episodes or some shit with them. Ended up watching like another 5 after that or some shit. And I was like, nah, why am I still
Yeah,
watching this
I tried it.
bullshit ass
I
corny
tried it. I couldn't
motherfuckers?
get into it either.
It's so
That's why
corny. It's like
anybody-
one step above. What was that show on Fox? With the fucking
Empire.
the hip-hop? Yeah.
Oh.
It was like
Yeah,
one
yeah.
I always
step
thought they were
above
the same
Empire.
thing. I always thought they
But
were the same
basically,
thing. That's so
they
fucked up.
basically are
Yeah.
whack as fuck.
Whack
Not
as
for-
fuck. Whack
not
as
for
fuck.
nothing, but anybody that watches Power, I always tell them, watch Snowfall, because
Way better.
Snowfall is way better than that
Way
Power
better.
bullshit. I couldn't even get through a lot of that Power shit, and I see the allure. Like, there's not a whole
It's got
lot
a lot
of
drama and but
yeah, but
just-
nah. Yeah, I was good on. I tried it, but either way, man. Michael K. Williams, man, he left a dope catalog behind. He has a lot of great work, and I shared a video with
That was a very
with
cool.
Dave that was him speaking to himself in a room where he was speaking to himself like multiple, like it ended up being 4 versions
characters
of him, and 4 different types of characters with himself. And he was talking about, is he typecast? And he was like, nah, I don't think I'm typecast. And it was like, but it was very eerie feeling. It was like very, and he was talking about that, but are you? And giving into a life, are you typecasting yourself? Like, and he even mentioned how like how he fought demons in real life, and he was like, I got past that, and then he tells himself one of his other versions was just like, but did you? Yeah. And I think that's like, and then that's where it ends, and it was like, damn, man, like wow, that was crazy. So rest in peace to
Michael K. Williams,
to one of the legends in the game. The outpouring of love for that man, and everyone saying how sweet of a person outside of that is what really needs to shine on that. So, so that's how we'll leave that, man. Fuck all that controversy and the bullshit. So even as things continue to progress as far as how things moved on, just remember, man, like mental health issues are real, and a lot of us go through many different things and go through experiences that we have no idea how one brain perceives it to the next, right? What doesn't affect one person or what affects one person in a specific way doesn't affect the next person in another way. So yeah, like you said, man, check on your friends. Always say what's up. Reach out. Say hello. They always want to hear from you. You never know. Just never know. So yeah, I never know how to transition from that.
Yeah, no, it's shitty, dude. It's sad.
I never know how to transition from that. But we have to move on. And here, I find this hilarious to me. So remember a while back, Lil Uzi Vert got a big ass fucking stone embedded on his forehead.
Jewel,
That's some like
how many million?
Yeah, he had this whole thing, right? So apparently that goes missing, and he actually comes out and says, that was ripped off by fans.
Ripped off his
so
head?
Now, yeah, like fans took that shit off of his head.
$24 million stone.
Yeah, it was like $24 million, which is what we were talking about. Like, bro, are you serious? Like, why would you embed a stone in your forehead, right? That it's easily accessible by people. He's probably still crowd surfing and shit. It looks like he has a fucking like a nose ring type shit going out of his forehead, yo. I just thought it was hilarious that now he no longer has that, and people asked him why, and he said, yeah, that was ripped off by fans.
He said it got Thanos'd.
It got that. So now there are memes. Like I saw a meme of him as like they put his face on Vision and Thanos ripping the stone off of his forehead, which is
hilarious. Kudos to whoever made that.
Right, whoever made that. Whoever makes any of these memes, dude, props.
Bro, there are a lot of people right now that are just focused on nothing but memes on everything.
I can tell.
Even with the Drake album, I'm seeing multiple different versions of just like the color palettes. Yeah, of that cover, which is wild.
Fashion Nova ripped it off.
Fashion Nova, I've seen local people. I've seen so many people that are just making that cover like trend in different ways.
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. It's wild. I even thought about doing Drippy in different colors like that. And I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to fall into that bullshit.
That'd be funny. I would have laughed at that.
Yeah. Just drop multiple colors of Drippy.
Yeah, fuck yeah. It's not too late.
Oh, man.
This won't air till Thursday. They don't know.
That's true. That might be the episode cover.
Ooh. Come
I
on.
like
Now you
that, dog.
gotta
I like that.
Oh man.
Certified Drippy boy. Come on.
Yeah, certified drippy. Is that the album?
CDB?
Is that
Hashtag
the
CDB?
episode title?
Yep.
There you go.
Certified
Damn,
drippy
this shit
boy.
writes itself.
Oh man.
Oh man, I don't know. I thought that shit was hilarious. Little Uzi Vert got his fucking
That
$24 million ripped off of his fucking forehead. Yeah, that's what you.
So somebody's
that's what
got
you
a $24 million stone just chilling with them, like they have it, and they're just like, "What do I do with this? It's worth so
what do
much
you do?
money.
What
I can't
do you
sell
do
it.
with that?
What do
That's
I pawn
the
it?
question.
Sell it to a French art dealer? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know either. But somebody's gonna fucking want that diamond.
Yo, they're gonna get like $10,000 for it.
I'll take it.
That's $10,000
Just
more
snatch
than
it
you
off
had.
someone's dome. Give me a mil.
24
I
million,
agree,
even-
but $24 million stone, you get.
Yeah, no, I would hold on. I would hold on to it. I'd be like, yo,
So what are you gonna do with it? You gonna rock it in
find
a
somebody
chain?
that'll give me, like, I'm gonna keep finding somebody that'll give me more and more till
Yeah.
it's like a mil.
Yeah, I would. Yeah,
Then it's
I
their
don't
problem.
care. I rip that shit off of somebody. If I already got to the point where I rip that shit off of somebody's head, right? And you're offering me more money than I have at this point, it's a plus. It's a plus to me.
Sure, I'm not saying it's not, but I mean, that's equal to I mean, not equal because somebody lost their life, but we was drilling on the dudes that robbed Pop Smoke for like a $100,000 watch and only sold that bitch for $2,000.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
it's kind of like you do all this extra shit and you get like almost nothing for it. It's just it seems wild. I
feel you.
I would probably turn it into a pendant and just rock it on a chain.
I'm just trying to put myself in a mental, like the mental thought, like that person probably didn't even think of much. It's like, yo, Lil Uzi Vert is here.
Shit was gonna pull out.
Pull out, right? Exactly. It's probably held together by like a little fucking magnet, and that shit just like came off easy as fuck. Because
wild.
I mean, it was a stupid ass idea that that I would put a jewel on my forehead and just embed it there.
That's already dumb.
It's really fucking stupid. Really dumb as fuck. All right, so we're gonna talk a little bit about I don't know if I want to bring this one up here, but it's just so fucking stupid. So well, fuck it, we'll bring it up. So a man broke down into tears because he quit his job, right? And his main idea was, I'm going to travel to California and I'm going to pitch this idea to Logan Paul, and he is going to hire me to be on his team.
Yeah.
Why? First of all,
good luck.
Yeah, like, and the guy's like, yeah, I had a $100,000 job, and this was gonna work, and then it didn't. So now he's in tears, not knowing what the fuck he's gonna do with his life. Bro, that was a horrible idea to quit your job in the first place. So I actually do have the audio clip. Let me see if it plays, of the moment that he approached Logan Paul. Let's see if it plays here. Because for some reason, I can't get it to open in fucking Instagram, man.
I quit my job. No.
Wait,
It's a story.
I'm interested.
It's a story. I just talked to Logan Paul. I mean, like, he was just being nice, and I get it. Media, whatever, he has to be nice. Before I approached him, he was bragging about making $3 million. I make $100,000 a year. I'm 22. I do make $100,000.
This guy's crying.
Right.
I want to act. I want to do these things.
Devastated.
I'm having a breakdown right now. Oh, I'm sitting in the cast. I don't even know what to do. Like, I did come up here by myself I do have family, but we're not the closest. And I don't have really close friends. You know, there's millions of people trying to do what I'm trying to do.
So that was him breaking down in the car. I want to see. Okay, so that was him breaking down in the car after his interaction with Logan Paul. The interaction with Logan Paul.
Jake, that's it. Do you have a brother? Do you have people, friends?
I don't.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's see. I think this one.
Oh, that was it.
Watch the clip, okay?
Sneaking thing? No, I didn't. I quit my job. No.
Wait,
This is when he approached him in a random spot.
I quit my job legit 2 days ago. I came up here, took a risk. I'm originally from Ohio.
Did you sneak up here?
No, I didn't sneak in here. I didn't sneak. What do you mean sneak up?
Like on stage? Or you just like?
Yes, I did.
It's one of the sneak
I'm
videos.
sorry. I just.
Did you print the ticket and stuff?
No, like, I just needed to talk to you. I'm trying to
do you
talk
wanna
to your
talk about?
brother. I'm trying to talk about business. Trying to talk about trying to get a job. Like I want to do media. I've been trying to get.
What are you good at?
I was 7 dances. I did like
What's your
that.
TikTok
I did.
handle?
I did that video. You know, like going like that. Yeah, you know.
Oh, so you really got what it takes.
I don't.
Then why would I
need
give
a
you a
mentor.
job?
I need a
Why would
mentor.
I do that?
I want to be like. I'm 22 years old. I'm just trying.
I bet I can't be a mentor right now, right? In my life, I'm a fuck up myself. I need a mentor. You know what I'm saying? Like I need
You need connections and you need people be around you, right?
No, I didn't have connections.
So why would you even approach somebody like that?
Right.
Be like, yeah, I'm
Especially
not.
him.
Yeah, like I'm not. No, I mean, I really don't have any kind of skill.
Yeah.
I just want to be an actor.
Fucking
Is
moron.
what he told them. Like I just want to. He had no game plan. Quit his job, made it all the way here.
We're
And had no
fucking
game plan.
doomed as a
That's it. You have a
country.
brother? Do you have people? Friends?
I don't.
Friends? You got friends. You got
I
amigos.
don't.
You don't have friends?
I don't. I swear to God.
I don't have friends.
I'm here by myself.
Where you from?
I'm from Norwalk,
Bro,
Ohio.
you're a
originally.
good-looking guy, bro. You have friends, bro. You're fucking lying. You have
Exactly.
friends.
Shut the
go make
fuck up.
content, do stuff with your friends. I'm glad you quit your job. It takes balls to do that, bro. But like now you gotta act.
Try to make a step.
I'm
Do
not.
media.
But I'm not the guy directly,
You are
right?
you're the guy.
You're the guy.
Bro, my team is this. Relax, bro. Relax. I'm not the guy. Like life isn't about handouts. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I'm
you
not
gotta
trying to
work.
get a handout. I'm not trying to get
What
a
are you trying
handout.
to do?
I'm trying to work hard for a little money. No money. I don't know. I can get a job somewhere else. All I want to move to LA, and I want to be able to be part of that.
Look, I have to go. If you really are serious about it, bro,
serious.
you should move to LA and just like you approached me, start making connections with every single person
I will.
you meet in LA. I'm serious. That's
I
it.
will.
I've always said this. If you're charismatic and you can talk to someone, you can make it in LA.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's my advice.
So I mean, he dropped some gems on him. He told him the truth. This dude was just thinking like, yo, I'm gonna make it across the country. I'm gonna get to where I gotta go. I'm gonna meet Logan Paul, which I give him credit because he got in front of Logan Paul.
Yeah.
You know, and he but he had zero game plan on what am I going to say to this man that is going to make him believe that I am the person that needs to join his group in one way or another.
Yeah. Idiocy. The
Idiocy.
fact that this
It's
dude
crazy.
like is crying about making $100,000 and not making $3 million. Fuck you, bro.
Yeah, it's
Like,
probably he's
fuck
probably
you,
full of
bro.
shit too.
Fuck
He's probably
you,
full of
bro.
shit on that too.
I don't believe. I mean, he could be, but
Right.
Could be.
it's apparently you fucking go to college nowadays and they're just giving away these fucking $100,000 jobs with $40,000 bonuses and shit. Like I've never heard of such a thing. A signing bonus for starting a job? Like you're not an NBA player. How the fuck are you getting signing bonuses? And these kids are crying because they're only making $140,000. I should be making more. Fuck you, recent graduates of America.
Right.
You guys are pussies, motherfucker. Anyways, like he just strikes me as one of these kids that got a fucking landed a dope ass job out of college and it just feels like he's entitled to more because people like Logan Paul made it. So why can't I make it? Fuck you, bro. You're just an idiot. You're just an idiot, and we're doomed
Yeah.
as a country if you're the people running the fucking show in the next 20 years. Because good damn, y'all are fools. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
Old man rant.
I mean, I get you. I feel you on that. That's what's crazy. I mean, Logan Paul actually gave him good advice. Like,
Absolutely.
yo, if you really want to make it out here,
I've never
Come
respected
out here.
that guy more than I did after that.
Yeah,
video.
that was
Right.
legit.
Make it out here. Gain some,
Connects.
Make some connects out here the same way that I fucking did.
Put in the work.
Because I don't care, I don't care where you're from or anything like that. It's like, really what it comes down to is how hard are you willing to work for it? And the hardest he was willing to work for it was to make it across country to pitch an idea that he didn't even fucking think about.
He didn't even have an idea.
He asked him a couple simple questions and he folded. Didn't even fucking.
Yeah, I don't have friends. I
don't have friends.
I don't know.
He's like, bro,
What
what?
do you want to do? I don't know. I just want to be around you, man.
Dance.
And you'll
I
fucking,
make dances.
I'll absorb all of Logan Paul. Yeah, I make dances, and he was like, "Show me a dance." He's like, "Well, I can't really."
Can't do it right now.
Did it,
It's
Charleston.
Like, shut the fuck up, bro. You're not
Exactly.
anything of anything. I hope this was all some meme bullshit, and none of
Like
it
a
is
prank
true.
video or something.
He looked like he was fucking crying.
I
for
hope
real.
so. But he looked like he was.
He looked like he was devastated. by that
I
news.
hope he was crying for real.
I hope he was crying for real too. I mean, I'll get on that shit. Even with a lot of shit for me, right? I haven't even gotten to any place, but it took me a while to really think, to really label how I could be of value to anyone.
Yeah.
I just thought yo, I'm good at a lot of things. And that was literally what I would tell anybody if anybody asked me, what do you do? And I'd be like, yo, I'm just good at a lot of things. So you put me anywhere and I'm going to shine.
Yeah.
What the fuck does that mean to anyone?
You said that to job people?
No, not to job
okay.
people. I'm just saying in general, whether it's people who have things going on or I just thought
startups and stuff.
Because I know myself, right? And I am a person that if I focus on something, I can fucking do it. But if I approach anybody and don't clear cut tell them this is how I could benefit you and why you need me on your team, then nobody is going to look at me and say, you are fucking right? If I make it vague and I say, hey, I'm just good at a bunch of stuff, so you point me in the right direction, you put me here and I'm gonna kill it in that, right? That might be true, but that's literally could be anybody. It could be anybody. Yeah, you have to have more clear cut direction. And in that case, if he would have said, yo, I could. So these are my strong suits, and these are the ways that I can elevate what you are currently doing to put you in a position where you are going to blow the fuck even more.
Hand the dude a resume. Did he give him?
He ain't give him shit.
Put something together. Put a little workbook together. Anything,
he doesn't have
dude.
anything.
This is
he has
what
no
I do.
skills. This is his fucking first job out of school or some shit.
Nothing. Yeah.
Yo, this shit reminds me of.
Give me $100,000 a year.
I've now fucking mentioned it a couple times
for a while
recently. Mythic Quest, the show Mythic Quest. There's a dope ass scene.
I started rewatching that.
In the second season where one of the characters is with the owner of the company, and they're stuck in a car, and she's complaining about other shit, right? And he's like, you need to stop complaining about the fucking world and start taking advantage of the opportunities you have, right? And she's all like, what opportunities? I'm not a white man like you, where you get all these opportunities. And he's like, this right here, you're stuck in the car with me. This is your elevator. This is where you should make your pitch, right?
I'm listening to everything you are saying right now.
Yeah, I'm stuck with you.
You're
Pitch
complaining
me on something. Tell me something. And she's over here complaining about her relationship situation and shit instead of talking about what, could advance her. And then after he says that, she gets stuck and she can't. She's like, oh shit, what do I say? Shit. So finally she lands at, I want to have a seat at the table. And he's like, okay, we're getting somewhere. All right.
Why do you feel you deserve it?
Well, what table? What do you want? And she's like, well, what do you mean? I want to have a say. Okay, in what? In leadership and development, in human leadership, in creative direction? Like, where do you want to go? I don't know. You're putting me on the spot. He's like, see, this is the fucking problem. You spend all this time complaining about not having opportunities and not being able to do shit when you don't even have a fucking story to tell. You don't have a story to sell or tell, right? And yeah, that's the problem with a lot of these motherfucking people. And you know,
the opportunity appeared itself,
right?
And you couldn't
you're not
even
understanding that it's an opportunity.
Exactly. So
yeah. I
see?
love that show. Again, plug.
Mystic Quest on Apple
Mythic,
TV Plus. Mythic? Is it Mythic?
Mythic Quest, yeah.
Mythic Quest. I did start watching like the first couple episodes. I gotta catch up on that.
Yeah, it's great.
It's one of the shows. It's one of the shows just like What We Do in the Shadows, where I watch it without my girl, so I have to wait for the days when I'm just like it's just me.
Which, by the way, have y'all seen both episodes? I don't know if we're going to talk about it.
I saw the first episode. I haven't seen the second.
Bro, the second episode was so funny, dude.
Nandor? Oh, my God, bro.
It was the whole Nandor, dude. It was so great. So great.
It's already, that first episode is was already fire. I can only fucking imagine. So I want to get to the second. But again, it's like, every little bit of TV that I get to watch. See, I started that, and she would laugh, and my girl's weird, and probably like a lot of females out there where they laugh, she enjoys it, but she has like this scale of shows that she's into, and it's more of the shit that she's into. So those are the ones that she really cares about. Right. This one, she laughs if it's on, and if I play it, if we don't have something to watch, then I'm gonna say, "Yo, I'm gonna put this on."
Gotcha.
And then she'll laugh at it, but she's not invested. To the point where, we have to watch this together now.
Yeah.
Especially now that we have our TV in the bedroom up and running. She'll quickly just be like, all right, well, go ahead. I'm gonna watch this up here. Yeah. And
what do you have on the TV? Is it like an Apple TV or is it a smart TV? Like, what's in the TV bedroom that you're streaming?
I'm just saying, like, no. Before we had like a little bit of a electrical problem, like with where the TV was plugged in, so we weren't using it. Now that's corrected. That's fixed. So we have the TV as an option. Where
what are you using?
Right, I'm saying, what do you use to stream to it though? Like, is it a Apple TV? Is it a
TV?
Roku? Like,
she has a smart TV. I do have an old Apple TV. I need an old remote. Remember, I asked you and I just haven't. I don't really watch TV upstairs in the bedroom, so it doesn't matter to me. So I haven't. It wasn't on my list of important shit, and she's not gonna do that. So she just watches or whatever. Netflix is really the only thing on the smart TV that works because you can't update it.
I don't think there's any show that Joyce watches on her own
without you,
other
than those sitcoms.
Yeah, like as far as like a show that she's invested. Well, I mean, she definitely watches tons of HGTV, Food Network, Travel Channel, anything on Discovery Plus. I pay for that shit just for her, really. The Magnolia Network now. She watches a lot of that shit on her own, but. As far as like a serial show or something that comes out weekly, I don't think that there's anything that we don't watch together except for stuff that I watch on my own. But as far as like something that only she watches or that she would be like, okay, you watch that, I'm going to go upstairs and watch my own show. I'm 90% sure if she went upstairs to the bedroom to turn on the TV.
She's watching a sitcom.
No, it would. Well, it could be either like I said, right now she's in the How I Met Your Mother phase, or it would be Discovery Plus, and it would be just one of those home-based shows.
Same shit though. Yeah. My girl's the same way. All she watches all day long. If you give her a little bit of time to watch TV. Because now we're watching, like, it's a lot of the things that we watch together. But if she was watching something alone, it's rewatching something like Dexter. She would continue to watch Dexter without me, which is okay.
I gave together.
Yeah. No, so we are rewatching that together, but that's like I've already seen Dexter, and I like to be reminded of certain things. So I'm okay with her
missing an episode and stuff.
Yeah, if I miss an episode or something, keep watching it. That's fine. So I'll do that, but she can't get Dexter upstairs because we don't have the Apple TV Plus or the Apple TV connected just yet. So she would watch her main shit, even if she had it, is HD TV. She watches all of those shows. She might watch like Housewives, Kardashians. Like those are the shit that she enjoys. That's like the shit that she just watches.
Ash is the same. Like similar to Johnny and Joyce. Like we watch pretty much everything together. But if there's something that she wants to watch, she'll ask me first. She'll be like, "Hey, I think I want to watch this. Do you want to watch it with me?"
Yeah.
And like I think the last thing she watched without me was like Bridgerton on Netflix, and I was like, "Yeah, go for it."
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna watch it.
I'm not watching that shit.
Outlander's a good example of that. Joyce watched all of that
she
shit
was on
without
that.
me. Yeah.
She was on Outlander for a while, especially because she's Scottish, so her mom put her onto that shit, and she was like, "Yeah, I'm watching this. It's mindless stuff, but
Her
it's
mom put her onto this.
Yeah, her mom put her onto
that.
Word, moms know what's up.
Her family had like the DVD box set. It was before it was on streaming services.
Wow.
Damn.
So she used to watch it on that. But no, yeah, that's those are the things that she would watch. But mainly HGTV. But just to kind of reel it back in, if I have something, that's where she would revert to. And surprising to me because she was into Dave last season.
Mm-hmm.
When I went to watch it,
different season of Dave though.
No.
I get why
you're
she's
right.
not.
No. You're correct.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about when I went to watch episode 1.
Oh, she didn't even want to.
She was super into the last one. Would laugh at it, and then when I went to watch episode 1, she was just like,
She's not big on FX shows. It sounds like
she's just not
really
big on like the shit that like we enjoy our shows together, and then there are shows that I enjoy that she kind of likes. But it's not.
I watch What If without Ash. That's
Oh,
just
yeah.
That's a me show.
Yeah, that's
I don't
anything that has to do any MCU
Animation,
superhero
any animation
stuff.
shit.
I think the ones that I had her like that I had to watch and she was just there and she was just stuck there watching that she ended up enjoying was like Guardians of the Galaxy. There's like one-offs where she was just like, "Oh, I was kind of looking forward to watching that." I'm like, "All right, cool."
Yeah.
But any other times,
Yeah, WandaVision. That's how it happened with Joyce. She ended up watching it because I was watching it, and then ended up enjoying it. And then Falcon Winter Soldier was very similar. Is like I was watching it and didn't realize she was watching it over my shoulder, and then I ended up watching like one episode in the middle
she's
of
like,
it
"What
by
the
myself."
fuck?
Yeah, and she's like, "Oh, you already saw it."
Oh,
You want me to
shit.
rewatch it with you? And she's like, "No, that's fine. I'll just catch up next episode. No big deal." But
I did that for one.
She didn't care for Loki at all, and I don't know if that's
really
because
that's weird.
That is weird.
the Wednesday versus Friday thing.
I think so
Because it was
probably.
definitely like Friday
We have to watch
at
it on a
like
Wednesday.
11, or 12 or something like that. That's when I would watch it. And it's the same thing on Wednesday. And so it would be like, it's different on Friday because that's like, oh, the weekend's almost here. I guess we're going to start watching
prime
this
time.
dope TV show. And we're
Prime
starting
time.
early. Yeah. But now you're doing it on a Wednesday. She's like, I don't got time for this shit. And so
I gotta work tomorrow.
Yeah.
Shit.
She's like, I got to work today. Like, I'm watching it in the afternoon.
Right.
And so she's like, I'm working right now. I ain't got time to be watching this
feel
shit.
you.
It's like,
So
this motherfucker watching fucking Loki and shit at 8 a.m,
I know.
Mandalorian, and
Watching it on the
fucking
treadmill
waking
and
up
shit.
at 6
So-
and shit.
so-
Can't keep up with
You
that.
you can talk shit all you want, right? But first of all, right, we have a show that we that we run, right? That we do. And so I place like I need to watch this. If my girl wanted to watch it, honestly, I am lying and I am telling her like, yo, this is the first time I'm watching this, baby.
Yeah.
And I'm just saying on me. I'm not speaking on you know, what y'all got going on or whatever.
I did that
but
one
I am,
time.
But I'm just saying. But I am watching this.
I do the
have
same.
to. I have
try
to watch this.
Time it in the right way.
Yeah. And I try to watch it in the morning because I wake up earlier than you guys, and I go to the gym. So I'll try to catch a majority of the show, if not the entire episode, while I'm on the elliptical at the gym. And I'm catching a majority of that. And then after that, it's like if I take a shower and I'm getting ready and I have a little bit more time, I'm finishing that episode because I really want to know what the fuck is going on.
I mean,
sometimes
I told Joyce I was going to see Shang-Chi specifically because the show. I was like, no, I can't.
Right.
I can't.
We
not
have
watch
like I
this
feel
this
like
weekend.
I had to go see it this
yeah,
weekend.
that's why I'm saying
to.
like it. But that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like we have to be able to not only that, not only do we have to know what's going on, because at some point we are going to have to create content on the fly like that. Like, yo, this shit just dropped. We have to beat our, whatever possible competition that we have to get this shit out there first than anybody, or to get it like at around the same time. I'm just set in my mind like this is how I have to think about this shit. You laugh, but that's just how I'm thinking about it, right?
I got you.
So that's how that goes. And then on top of that, I don't want any fucking spoilers, and people do not give a fuck about spoil. I'm not trying to avoid like, oh shit, I see a Shang. No.
Scroll.
Right? Because people don't care about spoiling some shit for you. They find it there are people that find that shit funny to spoil that shit for every fucking body. Right? There are those people that fucking put it on their car, big as hell, on the rear fucking glass of their car. Fucking Han Solo dies. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like there are those people. So I need to be I need to watch this shit as soon as fucking possible so that no one has that power over ruining this shit for me. And I'm probably, and that's where we get nerdy about it. You know what I mean? But that's how I feel. Like, I feel like, yo, we need if it was up to me, bro, we would, day of, we have some shit recorded. As soon as that shit dropped, yo, throw that shit up. Let's do it. It's extra content, but we got to get to that point. Mm-hmm. But mentally, I have to put myself in that place. Absolutely. So that when we can do it, we ready.
Yeah.
So we ready.
But yeah, that's why I get fucking crazy when it comes to that shit.
Doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work.
Doing the Lord's work.
I'm doing my work. Like we gotta make shit happen, and in order to make shit happen, bro, you gotta be first. Well, what is it, Ricky Bobby? If you're not first, you're last.
That's right.
Damn right. Damn right.
What are you talking about, man? You could be second, you could be third.
He's like, I was high on PCP when I said that. Some shit like that. I don't remember what he said. He was fucked up though.
The fucker, I was high on peyote.
Yeah, something.
Oh man. Anyway, let's get off of my nerdiness on why I need to watch that shit at 8 a.m. Mm-hmm. All right, man. Let's get into a little bit of Hollywood because we actually do have spoiler segment, which a little bit later we got to be on time for. Pilger is going to be joining us for some Shang-Chi talk.
Esteban?
Because we've already, we know a little bit. We've all seen it. We need to share some thoughts.
We have
some ideas. Talk about it. What we liked, what we didn't like. Blah blah blah. So we're gonna talk about that Hollywood. So today, specifically, we got the teaser trailer for The Matrix Resurrections.
Ooh, that's right.
Yeah, we got that shit today. So what are your thoughts, man? I'm excited for it.
Bro, Prince was at my crib today with Grenade because the dogs were playing. Ash had off. And he's like, yo, he came at me. He's like, you see the new Matrix trailer? I thought he was fucking with me. And the video dropped like an hour ago. And I was like, oh shit. And then we watched it. And I was like, oh shit. And I think I told you this. Like, it gave me like a Blade Runner vibe.
Yeah.
Like when they showed like that. I don't know what city that was.
Yeah.
But like if it was the colors or what. But like obviously it was just a teaser, so we didn't get a whole lot. But just that little clip of Keanu.
It was actually 2 clips in
the
one
voiceover
in one scene.
What was the? I don't remember that guy's name.
Oh, it's a wild.
It's a crazy name.
It's a wild name.
The dude from
that plays
Watchmen.
Yeah.
I can't remember his last name, but I know he's Yaya.
Yeah. He's from Candyman. He plays the
Candyman.
Candyman. Yaya Abdul Mateen the second.
Yeah, that dude fucks.
He really needs an actor name, man. He needs a.
You think when he got like his SAG card, usually people change their name up a little bit, but
Yaya Abdul Mateen.
Not this generation.
No,
they don't play those games. Learn my fucking name.
Yo, I mean, yeah, I'm the biggest subscriber of that because you got to learn my fucking name.
Exactly,
nigga. Joaquin Figueroa. You got to learn
your
that.
name to Jack just because you
I'm
famous.
No.
Jack Figueroa.
No,
Jackie
if you can
Figs.
call
Jackie Figs. I like that.
If you can call
Jackie
that white
Figs.
man.
Hashtag episode title.
If you can call that white man Joaquin Phoenix.
That's
if you can
true.
call him by his proper name, you can call me Joaquin Figueroa. So, like, you know what I mean?
Hey, he's
get
Puerto
that,
Rican
get
by
that
birth.
Oscar first.
What's up?
He's Puerto Rican by birth.
Yeah, he's Puerto Rican by birth. He was born in Puerto Rico, so they gave him my name. I know he was born first, but still, they gave him my name.
Word.
It was in my family.
He's not even that
I'm like
tall.
the 3rd or the 4th, honestly.
There you go.
And it's wild. It's wild to see a tombstone with your name on it.
That is absolutely strange.
Yeah, it's very wild. Very wild experience. But either way, I was so I was excited after seeing it because we've gone so long without knowing anything about the Matrix Resurrection. We heard that it was it was recently, like, they played some sort of a trailer at like I don't know if it was a Comic-Con or it was
Is that I don't remember.
it was at some sort of festival situation thing where they did it. CinemaCon. Okay. So they played it at CinemaCon and a lot of people were praising it. This is what we heard. But we still had nothing, and we were talking about it like, yo, that's a release.
At CinemaCon though.
No. It's not
different, right?
So we get so here's what I'm getting at.
Okay.
What you shared with me, right? Just before he sent that to me, I actually put it on our IG.
I saw that.
Okay.
Right
where
after.
I put on like little screen grabs or whatnot.
Okay.
But if you notice at the end, it says that we are getting a trailer on September 9th, I want to say. Somebody tweeted that.
Released this show.
Yes. So we are supposed to be getting a trailer.
Okay.
And then to my surprise,
the
Dave
teaser drops. Okay.
Dave gives me a teaser, right? So one thing that I noticed is that it says a specific time, like date, time kind of thing.
PM or something
7:03. And there were 2 of them back to back. I was like, yo, there's 2 of them. That's strange to me. But I just watched them both and I was just like, yo, this looks dope. So as we were sitting here preparing for the show, what I realized is if you go to the Matrix website, I read an article that said it plays, depending on the time that you go to this website, it plays a different variation of scenes.
Oh.
In a specific sequence that shows you
that
different.
fucks.
So there's 180,000 different combos that
you could have
play
seen the teaser trailer,
depending on what time of the day that you are watching this.
Shut your face.
Yeah.
Yes.
So we watched it again, and what time was it?
It was like it said whatever. Yeah,
different clips.
You will see different clips,
and they were in a different order.
And it's some of the same ones that you're seeing. Is just like different orders of
What's
clips,
this website?
different stuff. Let me see if I can find it. I even forgot where it was that I saw that. So
It was an Insta account,
180,000
wasn't it?
teasers so far. Everything we've seen in the Matrix Resurrection, 180,000 plus teasers.
Oh, there,
so far.
there you go. See,
That's fucking
So he's already found it.
crazy.
Mm-hmm.
No, let's see.
so what we've seen at up to this point is that teaser variation of that. So if what I posted from Complex, which is the source as to where I got it from,
Okay.
it says that we are expecting a trailer on the 9th. So that's why I was surprised when you sent it. I'm like, oh, it's saying that we have a trailer on the 9th?
Right.
And you're sending me a trailer,
Right.
but it's actually like a teaser trailer.
That was
And those were two
What is
trailers back to back.
thematrix.com?
What is the Matrix? There you go.
Well, the choice is yours. Whatisthematrix.com. That's crazy. And
Yeah,
then you get
so
two
their marketing
choices,
is already
so it's red or
fired.
blue pill. Yo, the
Yeah.
marketing is sick. I love this.
It's crazy. I love when they get when they get crazy like that.
When they get just
I like- yeah.
creative,
This
just a
is
little
so
bit of
lit.
something
A little bit of
creative is all
creativity
it takes
goes a
to be like,
long
wow.
way.
Yeah, absolutely.
So, and the Matrix is known for that, even back in the
Yes.
day.
Yeah, that's true.
We've seen
Yeah,
a
they
lot
used
of
to have,
crazy
like,
shit when it came to the Matrix.
all of these websites with little like
Bits of code or
detailed
something.
information, and you would like see like the back end source code of like the Matrix, and that's around the time that like the Animatrix came out as well. And so there was a lot of like little Easter eggs that you would find on this website that had to do with the overall the overarching story. So I love that they're continuing to do that. Wachowskis are brilliant people, and that leads me to believe that this story will be a good continuation.
Bro, even what we got right from which was a mix of new scenes and old scenes to kind of put things together.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for. We didn't know where it was gonna go, and like Dave said, like he was a little bit bummed that that Neo kind of looks like John Wick.
I knew
But,
that was coming. I had heard that.
yeah,
already,
I figured that.
Also expected it because they're filming at the same time, and so I was like,
Yeah.
I'm not that perturbed by it. But I like what Wok said.
Yeah.
It's just
Where,
him
yeah.
outside of the or in the Matrix. He
That
has
is the in the Matrix, because what we have to realize, right, is resurrection. So they're resurrecting these two characters, but those two characters are still living in the Matrix. Like their brain is probably still in the Matrix, in like traps. So we are getting them. We're getting the evolution of, because even after they did what they did, right, and at the end of Matrix Revolutions, they died, right? But there's still with what they accomplished, there was still an entire civilization that moved on,
Zion.
right? That had to, Zion had to flourish from there. So it'll be cool to see what what they did.
Who do you think we're seeing in that one? Depending on which of the 100,080 trailer you saw.
Was it the overhead shot of the punches being thrown?
No, the one where the guy touches the back of his head and you see the bald head.
Did you see
with
the evolution too of like there? That's what I was thinking.
System.
Exactly, it was a completely different.
It's USB-C. You just pop it.
Nah, it was actually. I was just thinking like, yo, before it was just like these little connectors, whereas this one was just like monstrous on his neck. Like it was like a full thing. And I was just like,
right.
I don't know. And my thoughts too is like, if they bring Neo to the real world, that would suggest that he has a human body entrapped somewhere in the real world that's going to bring this back to life. I don't know. There's a lot of questions, and maybe they don't make it to the real world with that. And whenever they jack in, Neo and Trinity are still very much a part of that world, because their brain is still embedded in the Matrix code. There's
not
a
even
lot.
Going to attempt to.
Yeah.
That's right.
A lot,
Exactly.
Where the fuck this story is gonna go?
Dense. Yeah.
Because
No.
it's so like
we don't
mysterious right now.
Right.
Exactly. We don't know. It's so
We don't
mysterious.
know.
And it could be so many things.
Yeah. Right. So
I'm absolutely looking.
They're-
They're coming out at the same time as Spider-Man, right? Like Christmas.
Oh yeah.
I
Right.
thought so. Yeah.
Except we're gonna be able to watch it from home because
The
that's gonna
Matrix
that's
from home.
That's right.
that's
This is
released
an
on HBO Max.
That's a shame because I know
Yeah.
I will watch it at home.
I thought the same thing
Oh,
about
yeah.
Dune when I saw the
no.
trailer before.
I-
I'm gonna
I'm
watch
gonna
Dune
make
at
the
home. I'm
honestly-
gonna watch Dune at home. I'm gonna watch it at home.
Dune,
I wanna
will.
watch
I
it.
think Dune I will watch at home, but I think I'm gonna go to the theater for Matrix.
I might join you on that. I might like in spirit because I know
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
in
I
NYC.
might join you for that spiritually.
I'm just saying, like I think
Or
I
I might
like.
make it up there. You never know.
I
There we
mean,
go.
and we can talk about this because I
Depending on
wanted
the
to bring it
release.
up. I wanted to bring this up during the Shang-Chi conversation, but we can talk about this now, right? So now that we've had that chance to go to the theater and experience this, right? Because as a matter of fact, let's bring that up too. Shang-Chi broke records.
Yeah.
It shattered the Labor Day weekend box office and collected.
And not
It beat
pandemic
some
related,
whack
Not
ass
right?
pandemic.
movie. It beat some whack ass movie.
No,
though.
not
It was
pandemic,
like- it
but
was
I'm
like
saying.
a Halloween movie. It was one of the Halloweens.
Yeah. Halloween.
Well, it's
Halloween.
like-
Halloween.
That's what the fuck. Who gives the fuck?
So that tells
what
me
kind
that
of bar
nobody
was set
releases
for the
movies on
Labor Day
Labor Day.
weekend?
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
It's not
yeah.
That's all that
So-
tells me. That's
so
not that
either
impressive.
either way, whatever. I don't care. My point is,
Still made a
my
lot of
point is
bread.
it still
No,
still
definitely.
made a lot
It
of
did.
bread for, and people are still arguing it. I know you were a part of that argument because your homebody ass prefers to watch these things at home.
Bro, I loved the movie. I fucking
that
loved
was
it.
that. No, my point was not only did I love the movie, I loved going to the theater
Yeah.
and enjoying this.
As I was sitting in the theater, I thought, I wish I was fucking home right now.
See,
Really?
because that
Not-
is just
I was
you.
not stoked to be in the theater.
That's
There was
so
people
wild.
talking. There was so much stimuli around me, dude. I wanted to smoke. I wanted to vape. And it was just, once the movie came on, it was all good. I could get into it. I was in the zone.
Yeah.
But like, I did not want to be there.
Oh, I was
Not at
drunk,
all.
So
See,
I was really
for me,
happy
for
to-
me,
See, that probably would have been. That probably would have been a little better if I were drunk. But then I'd have to pee.
for me, there is less. And let me say this: I did have somebody to my right that as we were watching this, he just like saying it like a little bit too loud.
Yeah, I had.
Where it's just
someone
like,
on the
oh, this is the
upper right.
person, right? Where they're commenting to the person that they are with.
Oh,
and I had to
wasn't
hear
that
it.
Bad. No, it was just like loud laughs and weird small.
No, the
comments,
laughs
but it
are
wasn't-
I'm okay with.
laughs
The
are
person like speaking in pretty
I-
fucking loud. Which by
I
the
didn't get
way,
any of that. Thank God.
which by the way, it's like to me also was like, bro, you had an entire theater because it wasn't packed. It wasn't a packed theater,
Yeah,
and
no,
it might
mine
and it
wasn't
might
either.
be
Mine
and it
wasn't
might be an
packed.
issue. And it might be an issue with where we went because you went to the same theater that I went to, right? So we went to the one by Eastview where normally
Eastview
I'm in
Regal.
the stadium. Yeah, I'm in the stadium seating where you still get the recliners at Cinemark, but there's like a wall. It's like there's a lot more separation.
Yeah.
This motherfucker chose. There were empty seats between me and my crew. Like nobody sat next to them, probably like a few down. This motherfucker chose to purchase
The
two
seat right
seats
next to you?
directly next to me. So that's the issue there.
Yeah, for
right.
sure.
So, but even with all of that,
Oh, my theater was literally packed, like all the way, the whole. So
Yeah,
I
you're
seen
in
it
New
at
York
IMAX.
City.
Well, I didn't see
You're
it
in
in
New
New
York.
York. I seen it in Palisades.
okay.
But it was the IMAX theater, so it was everything but above the bar. You know
Yeah.
how there's usually two separations.
Yep.
It was everything above the bar, pretty much in all of the center seats. A couple of the fringe seats were empty, but all of the center seats all the way back.
In
It was-
IMAX you have to.
it was
In
the
IMAX
first
you
time
have to
I've
sit
been
like
in a
as
theater
close.
like that in a year and a half, and that was weird.
And what is your thought? What is your thought on?
I don't give a fuck.
Still pro theater or
Absolutely.
against?
No, pro.
I'm still pro theater. I'm still pro
absolutely,
theater.
100% pro theater. I missed
Yes.
my AMC popcorn. Oh my god, that shit was so fucking good.
Right.
It smelled good. I missed that theater smell.
Yo.
That was one thing I was happy to just
I did the
smell
order
stack of
ahead,
popcorn.
so that shit was waiting for me already when I got there. They had the butter in a little like pizza dip cup.
I
So you
They had,
love
like, 2 of those,
pour it.
and I just poured that shit as I went, and
I
and
love
the experience, everything, all
going
of it.
somewhere.
I was.
I love
upset.
going somewhere.
Did y'all have a Spider-Man trailer in yours? Because there was no Spider-Man trailer in mine, and I,
I
was
didn't have.
surprised.
I had a West Side Story trailer.
I did. I had the West Side Story
Steven
trailer
Spielberg.
too. Oh, we
Steven
saw. We had the same
Spielberg
stuff.
West
Yeah.
Side Story trailer. I had no
Yeah.
idea that was even coming out.
I had no idea that was
that
coming
mo-
out.
fuck that movie
yeah,
already.
Fuck it. I don't care.
I only had like action movie trailers, and most of them were comic book. Like there was the Venom one, there was the Eternals.
I didn't get
I am
Venom. I
telling
got
you-
Eternals and Dune.
I did. We did get. Yeah, I had both of those. So we had the same type of trailers.
Yeah.
Because we saw it in the same exact theater. With it. Yeah. In the
What
same
theater
weekend.
number were you in?
It was like 30.
Oh, I was in
no, it was-
6.
Oh, okay. It was like 4 or some shit.
Oh, okay.
So okay.
He said 30 something. No, I'm sorry.
No. Yeah, I got confused because today I took my son to meet his teacher, and that was like
his
32.
schoolroom was
Yeah, schoolroom. So I got confused. My brain doesn't work like that. But to me, the theater experience was still like I missed that.
Like that.
Like I still missed going to the theater to watch a movie. I am not, as much as I like to think that I am a home, I am not. Honestly, I'm completely different. I mean, probably because I don't smoke weed, but even when I smoked weed, I remember I used to get annoyed by motherfuckers that would not want to go anywhere if you could not smoke weed within a certain designated amount of time. That shit used to annoy
Is that your dad?
the fuck out of me. Huh?
Your dad.
Oh yeah, my dad.
You
It's
couldn't
probably
do one of
because it's probably because my dad, like I was
Right.
raised that way, and
Yeah.
and that limited so much. But my boys, I'd be like, yo, drive with me to Buffalo. Oh, I can I smoke in your car? That's literally the first like, bro, you cannot function driving somewhere for 2 hours and not smoking. You're fucking insane. You are
Right.
insane to me. And like, and I'm
I
a
would
smoker.
Ask, but if you said no, I'd be like, all right, no big deal. Yeah, sure.
No,
let's
it's a
do it.
big deal
Right,
for a lot of people.
right.
It's a big
But
deal
it's
for
a
a
big
lot
deal
of
for
people.
a lot of people. Yeah. Oh,
It
never
is.
mind. Nah, I can't.
Yeah,
do it.
nah, I can't go with you. Nah.
My homebodiness has nothing to do with herb. I just don't like people.
Yeah, he just doesn't.
And that's-
He's just a homebody.
That's all. I can go like a.
We've talked about it
I go
before.
a day without smoking herb. if
We've
I
talked
needed
about
to.
it before. It was very, very, very close to Dave not being a part of insensitive culture simply because he had to go somewhere.
Wait, what? I don't know. I don't understand. what you're talking
I
about.
had to pull you from your home and be like, "Yo, bro, come over
like
here."
to start the.
yes,
oh,
to
gotcha,
start.
Gotcha. Yeah.
To start.
Yeah.
And he was like, "Oh, you sure we can't
You
like
sure
just like we can
This
set
is
it all
this
up
is a
over
pandemic,
here?"
By the way, there was a pandemic starting, so
Don't
I'm not just
fucking
being a
blame it on the
fucking. I'm
pandemic.
not just being a fucking cuckoo over
Now-
here.
now
Like,
he's
there was
super-
a global pandemic that was starting, so
Now he's
in
super
my
excited.
defense, in my defense.
Now he's like, "Yo, I can't."
Now I drive
Right.
80 here every week. No
No, I can't.
stoplights,
I
no
can't.
nothing.
I had to pull him out of his element just to be like, "Motherfucker,
Nah,
this,
you
you
know,
are
he did-
made
no,
for this."
He dipped my toe in, and we recorded at my place one time just so I could get a little taste of it. And then once I was hooked, he's like, "Oh yeah, now you come to the studio, dog." That's where
You
we're
really
at.
would have watched Shang-Chi at home though if it was available.
Oh, 100%. I would never step foot in a fucking theater ever again.
he was
If they were
very,
just banging out new movies, what do I give a fuck?
very early on. He said that. He said that. He was like, "Yo, I hope theaters die."
I know. I just never took him seriously, but I guess.
Yeah, no, I'm 100%
He's-
serious.
I took him very
I
seriously.
have no desire to watch a movie with people that I don't know.
Oh man, I took him extremely serious when he said that shit.
100%.
Oh man. So, but no, just to bring that out there. I really, I thought that it just reinforced the fact to me. It reinforced the need for I like the fact that now there's a 45-day window rather than like a 90-day window or whatever
Sure.
it
That
was
is
before.
dope.
Yeah, because
I
they
like
did say
that.
Shang-Chi's coming out on Disney Plus next month.
Correct. So I liked that aspect of it, but I enjoyed going to the theater. I was forced to go to the movie theater because this is the only. And again, we now revert back to the fact that, dude, this is what we talk about. We really need to do it. And I don't like stuff being spoiled, so I was forced into the theater, and I fucking enjoyed it.
And you forced me.
I enjoyed it. I ate my popcorn. Yeah, and then we really
dragged you out of the house again.
Literally kicking and screaming.
We literally told him, like, yo, this is so then avoid this thread because we were about to start throwing spoilers about Shang-Chi. He's like, yo, I have tickets for tomorrow.
I got tickets for tomorrow, dog. I ain't fucking around tomorrow. Like, once you guys said that, I opened my Fandango app and I just bought the fucking tickets. I was like, all right, enough of this bullshit. I was like, babe, do you want to go see Shang-Chi tomorrow? She's like, yeah. So go.
Yeah, cool.
Go to
she's
9:20,
she is not
guys.
a homebody.
No,
she's down to move.
No, absolutely.
She's down to get the fuck out.
She's my counterpart. That's what balances
why it works.
me. That's why I went out to the festival this weekend. Like, if she wasn't there, 100% I wouldn't have been there.
Damn,
at
even
all.
a weed festival?
Even a weed festival.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah, that's how much I don't want to see anybody.
Oh man,
ever.
people that
No,
pour
honestly,
their fucking milk first
a
are
weird
weird.
festival, dude. So if this were like a cannabis cup, like a legit cannabis cup, like High Times cannabis cup, I would have been there without a doubt. I would have bought $100, $300 tickets. I don't give a fuck.
Oh, so
But because I knew that it was going to be
more
like
people.
disorganized and like I wasn't sure what to expect from it,
yeah,
and waiting in an hour and 15-minute line, it was just
You had
it
to
was
wait
yeah
an
it was
hour
rough.
15 to get in.
It was rough to get in, yeah, dude.
Ooh.
It was
Yeah,
not. But once you were
thank
in there, like it wasn't crowded. You could walk up to all the vendors. Like
Was
there
there a
was
special line for medical card holders?
No,
'Cause I
it
would
was
have
just
run through that line.
nope. It was just go wherever, get whatever, smoke whatever. Don't be a dick.
I'm gonna take a piss while y'all talk about y'all weed.
Oh
stuff.
shit!
Okay.
You go do that. You won't be missing much.
No.
But no, it was when we got there, it was in Scottsville.
But there
by the
wasn't
way.
there wasn't a medical line to get in. I mean,
Nope.
Okay.
It was just one
one
line,
big long
and
ass hour long
one
line.
big Johnny. This line.
You really
so
waited
there was about
an hour to get into this.
Johnny. I waited an hour to get into this thing with Ash in this line, in like a field in Scottsville. That's where this thing was. And I was like, what are we doing? Like, I'm pissed off the whole time in line. I'm like, I'm looking at Ash. I'm not happy. Like, I'm not being a dick, but I'm like, I'm upset. Like, I'm like, should we leave? Like, what are we doing here? Like, the line was moving a little bit. And then we got in there and I could have cried as soon as I walked. I was like, oh my God, Ash. I think I turned to her and I said, sorry for, doubting her and being, any of my past transgressions from the first, hour that we were there. I had an attitude about it because the whole thing started poorly. And then once we got in, it was just booth after booth of flowers and concentrates and these vendors that wanted to tell you about where it came from, and they were local. A lot of them, there's this place, Rock City Terps. I bought a whole bunch of shit from, dude. Rock City,
I'm just trying to
I
understand how all of this.
I don't know the legality of it. I don't know. Like, there were no cops. There was armed security guards there. There was no police presence at all. I mean, there were no fights. There was an ATM there that the lady that like hosted it with her husband, she said that people withdrew $28,000 in that 4-hour period. The ATM guy had to come out in the middle of the thing and refill it with cash, bro. Yeah. So there is money out there, and we want to spend it bad. And this industry just put on this event that is
$0 of that because it's
exactly.
still
And
not
yeah. I guess was the new governor just appointed somebody couple people to the cannabis board that's supposed to oversee, the industry itself in New York State. So they're trying to move it along. She said that she wanted to hurry it up, but yeah, the revenue's there. There was no fights,
nuts.
no nothing. There were people from, 21 up to fucking 80, 90. I would see old people, handicapped people, all races, dude, just chilling, baking, having a good time.
And they
Music,
allowed
dude,
you
it
to
was-
consume on site?
Bro, they were handing out pre-rolls and I'm just walking around that bitch just blazing it, dude. Like you were consuming. It was everything, dude. They were handing out dabs.
Not allowed ever.
The dude had the leaf blower that he had hooked up with the foil and packed it with probably a half ounce and was just burning it and blowing this fucking herb all over the crowd, dude. It was insane.
That's like some Amsterdam shit. That is some
dude, it was.
Not American approach to cannabis at all. I'm loving that. That's like you're at a Fish concert.
Yeah, it's
something
pretty much what it was like.
It's from what I've seen, what I've heard, it seems like it's something that would not happen in Rochester of all places.
No,
like we would hear about this and we'd be like,
oh shit! I wonder what country that crazy. Was.
Like where was that? Even I'd even imagine like, that's out in Colorado, California,
a legal
something
state,
like that.
yeah.
But even then,
some shit
typically,
like that.
I don't think you're allowed to consume on site. Like they're just like purchase things. Wow,
there was
awesome.
This was the Wild West, dude.
Yeah,
maybe
there was a bunch of
I don't know. I don't
food trucks. They had a bunch of food
it.
trucks, dude. Food trucks were there with their delicious grub. There was medicated food trucks that had like mac and cheese that'll get you blazed. You want some wings that'll get you blazed?
No, thank you.
Yeah, I don't need any of that shit. That's OD. That's when it gets to OD. But
That's
again,
literally OD. You end up on the floor. Fucking, I just smoked 3 pre-rolls and had cannabis wings. You're like passed out in an ambulance somewhere.
Nah, everyone was good.
Did they have medical on site?
Yeah, there was paramedics there.
Paramedics on standby type shit.
Oh, yeah.
Typical
I love how now,
festival.
because everything is being everything is moving more towards legalization. They're trying to figure out ways that this is actually harmful to people.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, the heart attack article.
I shared an article saying like now, people who consume heavy amounts of marijuana are more likely
twice as likely to have a heart attack.
Twice.
Shut the
really
fuck up.
really
Yeah,
so it had nothing to do with the fact that they ate McDonald's and Burger King.
We had
from
no other
breakfast
knowledge
to dinner
of their previous
they just happened to smoke weed that day. We have no other knowledge.
Not even. It was something like 17% of the people that responded to the survey said that they had consumed marijuana within the last 30 days. That was it.
That was it.
1.3 per
17% of people, 1 point something percent of them had a heart attack after that.
Mm-hmm.
And only 0.6% of them had a heart attack after that. So that must mean that cannabis is the cause. Shut the fuck
I've heard
up.
that. I've heard that 98% of people that have a heart attack had ice in their freezer. So if you have ice in your freezer, you're probably going to have a heart attack
Exactly.
soon.
Very
I
true.
hate to break it to you.
Very true
but
statistics.
That's how these facts get.
See, this is
Facts matter.
the only
Facts
thing that we
matter
have
on
here on Insensitive culture is
our
facts. Yeah,
As our facts.
it's facts.
It's big facts.
You have ice in your freezer, you're gonna fuck yourself up.
You're done. You're done. That's a bad omen. I don't have a fridge or a freezer right now, so I ain't got shit. So I'm good.
There's a 98% chance if you have ice in your freezer that you may or may not have a heart attack within the next 30 days.
Yep. That's facts right there. 100% true.
Oh man. So yeah. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna be talking about some this is gonna be our spoiler segment. I think it's worth ending this episode with some Shang-Chi conversations and definitely spoilers. So
the theater talk got me wanting to talk about Shang-Chi, but
we're getting there. We're getting there.
I know. I did.
So guys, in typical spoiler segment fashion, if you are not caught up and you have not seen Shang-Chi, I would recommend that you drop off right now. Yes, Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings. It is the only one that is available, so I didn't feel like I had to purchase that. But if you are not caught up and you have not seen this movie
and you don't want it to be spoiled,
then I recommend that you fall off at this point and then come back if you have seen it and want to know what we think about it. But thank you for staying this long. We love you. Peace.
Peace.
Remember to have your people rate, review, and subscribe. All that jazz.
All that
BS. All right, guys.
Smash that like button.
Smash that like button. And remember, we have Insensitive merch.
Ooh, insensitivemerch.com.
So
That's
insensitivemerch.com.
Damn, that sounds like a dope site.
Go cop some shit.
Word.
Let's get Steve on the line.
Esteban.
Mr. Esteban.
Yo.
Esteban. I knew that was coming.
What's going on?
How are you, buddy?
Good. I always love that greeting.
At the especially when we call you during the spoiler segment, we've all been drinking, and the Estebans flow like
they get stretched out a little bit more.
Yeah, they get stretched out.
Estebans flow like river waters of wine.
Yeah, they flow like the salmon of Capistrano. If you know that reference, we love you a little bit more.
Off the top of my head, I can't, but it sounds familiar.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber, yes.
Oh my god. Nice. Very nice.
All right. So we wanted to talk a little bit about Shang-Chi, and the Legend of the Ten Rings.
Legend of the Ten Rings.
We've all seen it, and honestly, for me, I really enjoyed that movie.
Mm-hmm.
It was a pleasant surprise. It was a movie that I was not really looking forward to, but for me, I wasn't really knocking it just yet because I had no idea what we were getting into, and I had all my faith in Marvel. The things that personally that I really enjoyed, obviously, like the real elements of, I don't know what that sound was. That what are you doing over there? Are you killing chickens?
I was opening a cabinet, and as soon as I did it, it's like I gotta fucking mute. Right here.
It sounded like
literally just opened a door.
It sounded like you had one of the mystical creatures from Shang-Chi at your house.
Morris.
It's Morris.
Yeah. Oh, that's my little love it.
That's my little homie right there.
I love it. So the things that I really enjoyed is it really had that mystical sense of the old Chinese films. The we always say it feels like the kung fu films, but more so like what was it? Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon.
Mm-hmm.
Like that mystical feel to it, and great choreography. Hilarious comedy throughout, and like Johnny mentioned in the group chat, Awkwafina actually like really surprised because people could love or hate her.
She reined it in, dude. She can be over the top sometimes, and she was at the perfect level of Awkwafina where it was funny, it was believable, she was serious when she needed to be serious.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it was not like that crazy rich Asians like Awkwafina that we all sort of expect, I think, when we see her.
Anybody else see the Jumanji movies and the second one? What was it called?
I didn't see the second one. No,
the second
one. I think I've seen them both.
She was.
She was excellent in that. That movie made me like, all right, I like this chick. She's
was
pretty
the next
good.
level, right?
Yeah, next level.
Yeah. She was real solid in that. Dave, highly recommend.
I'll check. I like the first one. I haven't got around to seeing the second one.
Yeah, they were both.
I heard it might be on Plex.
Oh, okay. I'll check that out.
Maybe.
I know it's on mine.
I know it's
hard, maybe. No, but it was great. I really enjoyed the movie. I look forward to seeing him in the next Avengers, type movie wherever he's going to land because because I know he's going to be in another movie.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
he's such a badass dude. Like we're gonna need him for sure.
We're gonna need him, and they already confirmed that he is a new Avenger. Yeah, right at the end. So
fuck yeah.
But everything from the way that they shared the story, I didn't feel like with a lot of the MCU movies, more like Captain America. I feel like the origin story was just like very drawn out. The first Avenger, it was drawn out. Felt like I wasn't a huge fan of it, although I enjoyed it. Whatever we got into this point, I didn't feel that with this movie. And then we had the total opposite with what's her name, Captain Marvel, where we feel like that movie was just shoehorned in,
right?
And a lot of things were just like, none of this makes sense. It's so stupid. Why did we even get this movie? Just to bring her into Endgame.
Like 1 or 2 movies.
yeah. So that she can really shine there, but we really had to tell her story. I didn't feel that from this movie.
Not at all.
Like it really, like with them sprinkling in all of the backstory of how he was raised, because at first I was just like, okay, so he's like, like they park cars, like they're friends, obviously, like those little things came to play, and then it's just like, well, how does he fucking know kung fu right off the bat? And then they started sprinkling in the story. I thought that was dope as hell.
I thought it was like a Jason Bourne thing in the bus scene. Like I thought he didn't like know that he could do that, and it was just like this instinct that took over from. But then,
like, it was a mystical thing.
Yeah.
Like where
he was like,
"Whoa,
what am I doing this?" But like he knew he was gonna fuck those dudes up. So
then
like he knew what he could do.
I feel like that was strategically done too. Like it was kind of like, oh my god, he's got to go learn all this shit. And I was like, no, he actually already knows it. Like
he had that shit down at 14. He was already a badass, right?
Yep.
Well, and I think that really just is by this point, like Marvel can't really, like, they're not going to fuck up.
I mean, they can.
They took another character
that
they could potentially.
They'd have to try. Yeah, they'd have to go out of their way to fuck it up.
They're gonna have to try to fuck up. But I think with Shang-Chi, the way it played out, it kind of speaks to everything else surrounding us. Like, who the hell is Shang-Chi? Who the hell cares? Nobody cared about the Guardians of the Galaxy. I've said this before, I think, on the show. Nobody cared about the Guardians of the Galaxy that much before.
That was my argument with it.
They got announced for a movie. Yeah. And, like, look at how popular that specific part of the franchise has become. I feel like Shang-Chi, they kind of painted a very similar picture. They also, like, took us along for the ride, kind of as you were describing, like, you felt that Jason Bourne moment. He didn't realize what he was going to do. It's like, actually, no, we all found out at the same time that he was already a badass.
Yeah.
He didn't just, like, walk away or, like, have his mind erased. Like, he knew where he came from. He knew what he was doing.
Which makes it even more badass.
Right.
Which makes it even more badass that he was such a badass and he was going to
and
be
he's
the
deciding
heir.
to just park cars. He was like,
Yeah.
hey, that's
He just
badass.
wanted a
dude.
normal life for a while.
Yeah. And I do genuinely feel like this is one of those, like, I feel like the stakes were pretty high in the end of it. I do feel like the end, I wish his father kind of stayed being, like, sort of a bad guy, I guess.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, just something about the relationship with his father and everything, like the way they painted that.
Yeah.
I felt a little lost on, not lost. I got it, but I just didn't feel. I didn't feel anything from it. I'm
just saying that I actually love that aspect of it, right? Because the father, who was the quote unquote villain of this movie, right, was just searching for like something that he never had prior. He reigned and he like just held shit down for centuries, and finally found the woman that beat him. You know what I mean? When he thought he was invincible, fell in love with her, and this is why I love that. Fell in love with her, and then when she was taken from him, he just like completely fell right back to what got him, what got him through his entire life, but he was still searching for her. Like everything was about her. And then I saw something that pretty much summed it up as he found, like, even though like it led him to her hometown, I forgot what it was called.
Talo. Yeah.
Talo. It led him to Talo, going for her. And then when he realized that, the creature in there was, it wasn't really her who was calling him, but that she lived on in her child. Cause like, he pulled out her when Shang-Chi went to Talo and they taught him the way of, that his mother beat him in that and the way of fighting and everything. And he used that and he realized like, oh, okay. Like, she still lives on in my kids and whatnot. I know that is borderline like cheesy when it comes to that, but that is very typical of the Chinese. Like all of those movies end up having the same type of message, and I like that they kind of reverted to that aspect of it. Like he found peace in figuring out that his children actually had that essence that he fell in love with. Yeah, and it's moving on in the world. So I love that. Which
again, that's a really good point to how Marvel does all of these different films so well. Yep. When it's like a dedicated like story, like the Cat movies are all very much like spy espionage type feel to them. Guardians are like the band of misfits. All the different genres. The Ant-Man movies are heist movies. Like it's all they can do all of that with their different mediums. I think that's what makes the franchise so successful too, because it's got a little bit of everything for everyone, and then you get these awesome like team ups. So I guess it's just more. I will say the final villain, holy shit, that ending was actually like that end battle was awesome.
Wild, right?
Yeah.
It was wild. It was real fun.
Out of the box, really, like you would not expect that. I didn't expect any of that shit.
I got real misty there for a second. I thought our dragon was gonna get its soul sucked. How are they gonna have to do this? But I will say, like, I don't get scared at movies, and I wasn't scared, but I was like, legitimately, that monster I did not want in existence.
It's like, oh my god, how are they going to beat this?
Holy crap! Like this guy's actually a big ass threat. Yeah. They haven't done a lot of like big, like monsters like that. Like I'm thinking back,
the Thor dragon and Ragnarok or whatever that was.
Yeah, and that was Thor, so you didn't care. Like,
you're like, oh,
Thor
he's
was
good.
able to
he's
just
got
chop
that.
its head off with the Bifrost. But
yep.
With this, it was like, oh, this is gonna be tough.
Do you think there's any significance to like the colors? Like we've seen these colors kind of repeated a lot in the shows, but I'm not 100%
of the
sure.
Circles and shit, like
like like when Shang-Chi's dad was holding the rings.
Oh, when he had the rings, they were one. Yeah.
But when Shang-Chi had them, then they were more orange amber.
It was a blue. It was more of a blue
color.
It was more like a blue. The bad monster, the evil monster at the end. I don't remember its name, but that one I think had a purple glow. Then one of them had a purple glow, and I was just like, is that in any way related to like black magic? The way it was.
I think we're going to find. I think we're going to find that yes, there is a connection, and the biggest indicator of that.
The vibranium of Black Panther was also purple, so like.
Right.
Yeah. Well, no, but the vibranium wasn't necessarily magic, right?
We don't really know the origins of vibranium.
It's not a
real.
I was seeing more blue from Shang-Chi.
Yeah.
When he was wielding them.
Yeah, you're right on that. I was wrong. But
what I was thinking,
the dragon monster, not our dragon, but the evil dragon.
Their dragon, the evil one.
Yeah, he was like purpley.
Was he purpley or was he red? I'm trying to remember.
I think you're right.
I think he was purpley because I remember she shot the arrow at him in the throat.
It went through the throat.
Yeah.
So here's my thought on that, right? And with Wakanda and the plant that grants them their power, that glows purple. We don't know if that has like a negative or an evil source that causes something like that, but we don't have to really dig into that. But the blue and the orange or the yellow color, that signifies where he was, and like he was the father was always in a negative mindset when he was or an evil type of mindset when he wore the rings, because when he was happy, his wife had him put those away. So we don't know what color they would have been if he was in a good mindset or in a good mind state to wield the ring. So it's really like whatever his intentions were at that time.
It's like a mood ring.
Right, but here's the thing, right? So also we said, and what I was getting to before, we noticed that when Shang-Chi wore the rings, it was that orange color, which is the same color as like Wong's whenever Wong does the magic the mystical stuff. And I think that the fact that a good person has the rings is what set off the beacon that they found in the end credits. So whatever that beacon that is now setting off,
They said it was
it's calling for something.
Destroyed the monster. I think that's what.
Is that what it was?
That's when it set off.
They don't know, because they don't even know what the fucking rings were.
I know, but
they just found that there's a pulsating.
I believe that's what they said.
Maybe I could have missed that.
Is when he destroyed the monster at the end, that it set off a pulse or some shit.
I think they just said when he used them, so I wasn't necessarily correlating that with the
I
monster
don't think it
dying.
was the monster.
But you might be right, Johnny. The immense power of that one thing was obviously that probably would have sent a signal, if anything, sent a signal. So maybe that is and I think honestly the colors are probably just
arbitrary.
No, it's probably very intentional by Marvel.
Oh, okay.
You know, the good guys probably
so.
always have some sort of like orangey, yellow, reddish color. Like you said, the Dark Dimension was all purple.
I say Agatha was all purple, right?
Agatha was all purple. Wanda's red,
right?
But the and like I'm trying to even think, like most of the Quantum Realm is like oranges and reds and stuff like that. So, I'm guessing it's just maybe it's a trope that they've got set up that we haven't really put together yet.
Yeah, I mean,
we're onto something here. There's something about orange and red.
Yep. So either way, like one of the thoughts that also I came across that I subscribe to is that I love, like, and I really hope that Shang-Chi is now the moral compass that the Avengers need, that we were missing when we lost Cap. So obviously, like when it comes to Falcon and Sam, like he's gonna have that moral compass, but we need somebody with some power that
some
also
superpower.
that some superpower that also holds that. Even though he's more of like he's more like a more powerful Ant-Man because of the comedy that's infused in that, in that movie.
Right.
Because that movie was actually really funny and he did well, especially thinking of I always forget his name. The man who actually played the character.
Which character?
Simu.
Yep. So
Simu Lee.
Yep.
Simu Lee.
Simu Lee. Simu Liu.
Oh, is it Lou?
It's Lou.
Damn, never mind.
So with Simu Liu,
Damn it.
the fact that this was like his breakout role.
Yeah.
Yo, it's wild. He was a paralegal, right, or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm. Something like that. Yeah.
Now we're seeing.
He's like a Canadian
Now we're seeing all of the the memes,
the stock photos of him modeling.
Of him.
Bro, those
like,
are funny.
Oh, those are great.
And he posted one. He posted one of those.
He
a
has a
stock
good
photo
model.
of him like pointing at a computer with people and laughing, and it was like laughing at the haters that thought we would fail or something like that.
That was great. He actually has. He's been in a number of things. Obviously,
yeah, no,
but
he
this
does.
he was in Taken, the TV series. So this was just the biggest thing that he's been in.
Yeah.
But I just thought like
fresh off the boat.
that's actually pretty dope. That I thought it's pretty fucking dope that they cast this quote unquote nobody unknown. Yeah, unknown is a better word. And he just shines
he said something
so
like they were
so
just
bright.
looking forever and ever to find someone that could fit that character and would be true to the character in all the ways, and that they've wanted to make this movie for a while, and I'd take him at his word for it.
Yeah, I love it. It was a great decision to have him because he was funny, he was great. I believed him as, you know, the kid that was just parking the cars and, you know, and shooting the shit with
Sean.
Awkwafina.
Content.
Yep,
Yeah,
Sean. Which that part was fucking hilarious.
That was really funny.
Shooting the shit with Awkwafina, and then when he actually came in and was just like, oh, his life is a little bit more. I believe that shit too. He brought actual life to that character. I can't wait to see him continue that.
100% agree. I definitely am excited to see where else they can utilize Shang-Chi for sure.
Yeah, what's your theories?
Can we talk for? Well, I mean, I think he's going to pop up a lot more. Than
I think he is too. Yeah,
can expect post-credit scenes.
We might see him in Eternals.
We might see him in Eternals.
Wow,
I
that's
do
soon.
think there's something to the. Oh yeah, I think there's something to the technology of the 10 rings that might tie into the Eternals technology.
I think whatever the beacon that's going off is sparking an event that actually comes out in Eternals.
But in the movie or in a post-credit scene?
No, I think in the movie.
Yeah, I think it's in the
Go
movie.
post-credit. I'm gonna go post-credit.
I'm gonna go post-credit.
Okay, maybe. Yeah,
Or
we don't know. We don't know.
Maybe it ties back to it in the post credit.
I think
they play that. Disney
post-credit
plays
is where
that
they'll-
long game.
Right. That's where
I don't-
that's why I'm thinking that. These are a lot of setup movies where you got to learn about the history of the person, and then the post-credit is where they start talking about team-up stuff. And then another setup, post-credit, team-up. Setup, post-credit, team-up. And then you get a little
5
bit
years
of
later, you
crossover.
have an actual team-up.
Nah, you might get some crossovers early. You get your Civil Wars, you know.
If nothing else, they have to nod to it because
Yeah,
what's his name?
absolutely,
His
yeah.
father was alive for 4,000 years using the 10 rings, and the Eternals have been on Earth since, in the trailer, they say 7,000 years on the planet. So
they know.
They would have
That's right.
had to cross paths. They have to know about Ta Lo. I definitely think there's going to be a connection there, for sure. And I don't know. He's in San Francisco. He can show up in Ant-Man.
Hey,
Yeah.
You
That's
know,
right.
if
He's gonna be popping
Sony
up.
universe in. Yep. If they
I
ever
don't-
bring the Sony universe in any way, there's
Venom.
Venom.
Yeah.
Also in San Francisco, right?
I know how y'all feel about Venom. I know how y'all feel about
It's
Venom.
mainly
I
me.
fuck
It's
with
mainly
Venom.
me.
Yeah, no,
It's mainly me. Steve, I don't know if this is where you were going with it, but can we also talk about Ben Kingsley
Yes.
and his Mandarin portrayal? I love that.
love that character.
So first off, let me just say, A+ for Marvel, just leaning into Iron Man 3 and all the hate for it, and bringing him back in such a prominent role,
Right.
Yeah,
just to be
I loved it. It
extra
was great.
comedic relief. But I thought he was fantastic.
he
as Trevor,
guided them there
definitely.
though too. Like he
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
an integral part
Yeah.
of that.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
he Wasn't just like a throwaway, haha, remember
he
Iron Man
introduced
3?
him to
Like,
Morris.
yeah, dude. And then he guided them to...
He introduced him to
Tom
Morris.
Lowe.
He was like, "Oh, good, you can see him too," because I thought he was.
That was hilarious. That to me was just peak, like what we saw with Kingsley in that role at the very.
Man,
and I appreciate that.
Iron Man.
I don't know who. I'm sure this came from Disney, but you started to see it in a lot of the blogs. Is that like they kept on mentioning you should watch All Hail the King before you watch Shang-Chi. Like I kept seeing that in a lot of places, and then Disney Plus like surfaced it. The next time I opened Disney Plus, I'm like, what the fuck? Why is this there? Like I've been hearing people talk about it. I didn't click a link or anything. I just opened Disney Plus and it's in my list. And I'm like, And I'm glad that I watched it because it really did add so much.
It did,
to seeing his character pop out on the screen. I'm like, I'm glad.
It added more context because I would not have remembered that. I can't even remember that I've actually seen it before. You know, so
no, I definitely
not
never
only
seen
that
it was like a short. I think I read that it was a short edition on the Blu-ray version of Thor: Dark World. I think it was.
World.
Yeah. So like, who the fuck saw that? I wasn't even buying Blu-rays at that point.
I saw all those one shots. Those one shots were like.
I don't think I've seen a single
like,
one. I didn't even know that they were
additions.
a thing.
One of them is basically, well, I think actually maybe two of them are basically following Coulson during Fury's big week when he recruits
That's
Iron
another
Man
thing, by the way.
Yeah.
Not to divert from this Shang-Chi breakdown, but watching it was either the most recent or the third episode of What If, I had zero idea that those three things happened in 1 week.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, yeah.
I didn't know there was a.
That's one of the most fun
Fury's
fun
big week. I had no idea.
Phase 1.
That shit blew my mind. I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Also,
Again, we're casuals over here.
Should we real quick discuss when What If ends? We should do ratings for each episode and rank the best ones.
I like that.
I'm already gonna say the
great.
Doctor Strange episode.
Yeah,
wins,
Doctor Strange has
but-
definitely been the best so far.
The memes have been coming out every time a Marvel TV show comes out and the episodes are better down the road. They always have that one meme of the people in the church with guns to each other.
Yeah.
So I already saw that where it was like they're sitting in the behind each other and it was naming them off. And then episode 4, he was up in the
Oh right.
he was,
Sniper.
he was up in the sniper position, just like, yep, fuck all of y'all. So, but one thing I wanted to mention before we wrap this up, also from All Hail the King, is a lot of people are thinking that that after credit scene with Sam Rockwell's character Justin Hammer, that he is possibly going to be another one of the recruits for the Thunderbolts.
Yeah, he's supposed to be in Armor Wars.
Right, because he's supposed to be in Armor Wars and stuff. So even with All Hail the King being a part of that little bit, I'm not even sure if that because Steve even said, like, I don't remember seeing those after credit scenes.
I don't remember seeing Rockwell in that the first time I ever watched it.
Right, so that very well could have just been thrown in there recently to add a little bit more flair to what's to come, because that scene itself was hilarious.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, that was fun. That was a fun addition there.
If you haven't seen All Hail the King, it's available on Disney Plus, especially if you haven't made it. Well, if you're listening to this and you didn't give a shit about spoiler alerts and whatnot, go check that out before you watch Shang-Chi. It was definitely a nice little a little addition to what we were to what was to come with that. Guys, do you have while Steve is over there
redecorating his fucking house? Yeah, turns into fucking Bob Vila every time we give him a call. He's always fucking doing something over there.
I'm running water. I'm in the kitchen. I'm making dinner.
He's making tea. I hear kettles and shit. He's doing all kinds of wild shit over there.
Dave, I'm making you barbecue. How's
Ooh, okay. I'm okay now.
that? Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you, Steve.
Do we have anything to add to this conversation?
More Ben Kingsley.
No?
We need more
We
Ben
do
Kingsley.
need more Ben Kingsley.
They
More
didn't kill him.
Morris too.
Yeah, no, they
I'm all
left it
about
open.
Morris.
They left it open for Ben Kingsley, right?
Oh, I
There
love
was
that.
Yeah.
We thought he died for a split second. He
Yeah.
was just like,
He pretended to be dead. He's like, no, I'm just pretending. I'm
I'm
cool.
just pretending,
I'm
mate.
cool.
Come on.
That's always what I thought I would do if I
I'm
had to
in
go to war.
character.
I would just lay there and pretend that I
He's
was
like,
killed.
I'm in character, mate. Come on.
Yeah.
It was perfect.
Just lay
So
down.
good.
Steve,
Amazing.
if we have nothing else to add to it, thank you, brother. We will
Appreciate
let
ya.
you get back to your
My man.
to your dinner making.
Ooh, I want that barbecue,
Thanks,
buddy.
guys.
You promised.
I'll make you barbecue sometime.
Okay,
Dave. I
okay.
don't do. I'll make you barbecue too. Baby.
Oh,
Don't
Jackie
worry.
gets barbecue
Jackie's-
too.
yeah,
Dave and
Jackie's-
Jackie get barbecue.
I love that we got that on microphone.
Oh yeah, we
I'll
got
make
it.
you plenty of food. You want barbecue? I'll make you barbecue.
There we go.
Now we all want fucking barbecue because
All right.
I'm getting upset that you're singling out Dave here for his
and
barbecue.
Jackie.
I make barbecue chicken all the time. What are you talking about? Barbecue
That's not
chicken
the
is like
same.
once a
That's
week.
that's not barbecue.
You want ribs?
Yeah,
Okay.
brisket.
Yeah,
Yeah, she knows. She
pulled
knows.
pork.
Pretty good.
At least pulled
She, of course,
pork.
knows.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Thank you, Jackie.
Thank you guys.
Dave says thank you. All right.
Steve,
You guys
we
are
love
great.
you, man.
Thanks
Thank
for
you,
calling.
brother.
Love you, Steve.
Esteban.
Love you guys.
Esteban.
Bye.
He never knows how to react to that. It's great.
He loves it.
But no, we have nothing else to add to this unless you guys have a
Yeah, do you guys
thought?
you want to talk about how apparently Venom Carnage movie
Oh, they bumped it up?
bumped up, but also got a 35-minute standing ovation at the Venice Film
yeah,
Festival.
bro.
Oh man, that is wild.
What
Dune
the
got
hell is
8
that
minutes.
about?
Somebody set a timer
that's
for
wild.
35 minutes, and just let me know how long that is to clap. Just for 35 fucking
So
minutes.
the entire fun fact, the entire conversation we just had of Shang-Chi, somebody was standing there
clapping for
clapping
fucking
for the entire time that we talked about
for Venom,
There's no
Carnage.
way. What are they clapping for?
Yeah,
I have no fucking idea.
Like,
dude.
there's no
It
way.
was- no,
No.
I can't.
I can
I don't know.
I can believe there was. I'm just happy there was a standing ovation at all, which
Right.
tells me it's a good movie. It's a great movie,
Gives me hope.
It just
Gives
tells
me
me
hope.
Italians are extremely passionate.
but
That's right. They were in Italy, right?
Yeah, it was
can't
in
possibly-
Italy.
They were just
have
doing
been
this for 35 minutes. Just, it was a good movie.
We're in Italy. We just went through the pandemic.
Hey, you
we
can't
had
do
nothing.
that. You can't do that.
We had nothing.
yeah, you can't do that. You're not allowed.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I can't do this.
No, that's reserved for Italians.
You're Italian American. It's not the same.
Hey, you're Puerto Rican American. It's not the same.
I will. Yeah, I agree. Except everyone will look at me and be like, "He's fucking Puerto Rican."
It's true.
Everyone will look at you and
He's
go, "He's
American.
white."
I could just be British. They don't know. Till I talk, I could be a lot of things.
Now you look like a white American.
I could be from Chechnya.
Chechnya.
You don't know.
All right, guys. Let's wrap this shit up.
Wrap it up, B.
Wrap it up. No, but guys, thank you so much for making it all the way through our spoiler segment, through the whole episode, every single week. If you've made it this far, we are impressed. We love you. Thank you so much for loving us so much. As we mentioned earlier, if you are interested in copying some insensitive culture apparel, go over to insensitivemerch.com and copy some swag, man. We have hats, we have hoodies, we have shirts, we have a little bit of everything for everyone. And if you feel like you need a little bit of swag in a specific style for you, reach out to us and we could possibly make that happen.
Make it happen.
Right? So
all right.
We'll make it happen.
Word.
We're also going to be thinking about ways where we could throw out some merch swag
Some little
to
free merch.
to our fans.
Okay, I like that.
Right, to our listeners.
I like that.
Couple giveaways.
Remember also to have your friends rate, review, subscribe, man. If you enjoy this content, chances are there are some people in your world that would enjoy this content as well. So why not share it with them?
Like
right?
it, like
so
it.
Love it. And follow our all of our socials. We're on damn near every single one of them fucking platforms. But we love you is the gist of it.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace.